Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, swings to his right, gets to the 20. He's at the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Set on the Ravens' 27-yard line. 49ers into the backfield. Smith on third down. He will take it himself for a first down. Alex Smith is in. Touchdown.
His left hip. Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good! Touchdown! Touchdown 49! But it's second down. Ryan takes the snap, goes to slant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown! No greater redemption!
Kaepernick gets it. Hold everybody. Colin Kaepernick. What a game. Touchdown.
Let's go. Click, click, boom. What's going on, peoples? The Nothing But Niners crew is back. We're here to bring you guys another Overreaction show. Now, this one is a sorry, so sad Sunday. The 49ers were not able to pull off the victory against the Seattle Seahawks, but we are here to break it down to you guys nonetheless, and just the same, with the same passion and vigor that we would have had if the 49ers were victorious. But before we do that, we have to get through these formalities, guys, so bear with us, okay? If you happen to stumble across this on YouTube and you enjoy the show, please give us a thumbs up and hit that like button. If you really, really like it, you should hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. We bring you guys videos such as breaking news and all kinds of other videos that may not get the heads up. So make sure you guys turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. We have a couple social media platforms we'd like you to follow us on. We have Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are Nothing But 9 ERS. Again, that is Nothing But 9, the number 9 ERS. We have Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitch. And that is Nothing But Niners. And that is spelled all the way out. How did this get way down here? So make sure you guys give us a follow there. Nothing But Niners. That's spelled all the way out. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Those pages are popping. I promise you guys, you're going to really, really think that we're bigger than what we are, especially if you go over on Facebook. They got like 17, 18,000 people in that room over there. So there's always something going on, always good conversations. Make sure you guys head over there, okay? I'm your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL. To my right is my guy, Breezy. It's right down there. He is Wayne Breezy on Twitter. Breezy, what's going on, big dog? Is that a Kittle jersey or is that a Vernon Davis jersey?
It's a Kittle jersey. It's a Kittle jersey, but I do have a Vernon Davis jersey too. Two of the greatest number 85s ever wear for the 49ers organization.
Who was better? Yeah, I'll put you on the spot just like that, straight out the gate. Who was better? Everybody going to say Kittle because of the recency bias and the 1 year thing, but I don't know, man.
I thought Vernon Davis was better once he got, especially when he got over the dropsies. But you know what it was? They needed to just throw him the daggone ball. I think that's what it was. And he had inconsistent quarterback play at the time because Alex Smith just wasn't that dude for a while. So, yeah, man, like I would go at Vernon because he gives you a different. He not only could he block, he gave you ludicrous speed.
Oh, yeah. One of the fastest players in the NFL. Forget tight ends. One of the fastest players in the NFL. That man was an athletic freak. He set the combine on fire. Everybody was going goo goo gaga over him. People thought Kyle Pitts did great at the combine. They should look up Vernon Davis' numbers. But here we are, man. Before we start to react, let me read these contributions. We got 3 of them that I got to get out the way here. Stephen Fox made the first one. We set the showtime for 7:35, and damn it, at exactly 7:35, Stephen Fox said, there should be an electronic eye calling all the penalties fire the refs. You know, I feel like this is low-hanging fruit. I feel like every time the 49ers lose, people say the refs, the refs, the refs. But the truth of the matter is, well, we'll get to the truth of the matter. What do you think about the officiating in this game? Do you think it was fair? You think it could have improved? Like, honestly, what's your honest assessment of it?
You know, the thing that bothers me about officiating is when they choose to make certain calls. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they're going to call a game, then be consistent in calling the game. But when they start calling ticky-tacky points, ticky-tacky fouls at the most crucial parts of the game, you know, it's like almost like, you know, you expect a player to play a certain way the whole time, and then all of a sudden you throw a wrench in their gameplay because you want to call a foul with a certain amount of time left on the clock because you saw a hand, you know, touch the shoulder of a player. You know what I'm saying? So the refs, you don't want to say that they control the game. Well, they do control the game, but you don't want to say that they like win or lose the game for players. But they definitely freaking like manipulate outcomes because they call fouls at the worst times. Like if a player lines up offsides, that's fine. I could dig it offsides. You know what I'm saying? Not that I agree with it, but I can understand that. But these PI calls, bro, that are very highly questionable, and I know that's what Stephen Fox is alluding to. Thank you for the contribution, my brother. He's talking about that PI against Drake Kirkpatrick, man. And when you look at that play, it's not a clear PI. It was definitely a better acting job on Tyler Lockett, who threw the hands up. I wish he would have broke his wrist just for throwing his hands up and not being able to break his fall. Just because I hate when players do that, and I get it, it's part of the game. And Mike, you asked something about that. You said, "I wonder why our players don't do certain things. They don't go out of bounds. They don't take the hits out of bounds. They don't know how to act, bro. They ain't go to acting school."
Right.
I think that comes with time and time in the league.
Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. We are going to stay on topic here. We're going to answer only the questions. Or actually, Breezy, I'm going to have you answer the questions because I promise you guys there's going to be a nice, decently linked show. And we're going to get to all these questions that you're asking. But we appreciate the contributions. I want to get to them first, and then we'll start our show the way we want to, okay? This next one here is from Ridwan 62182 with the $5 contribution. Do you think Jimmy really got hurt, or was he benched? Wayne, I'm only going to give this to you. I'm not going to respond to it. What do you think?
Yeah,
This
no
is going to be
problem,
a topic
man.
later on.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it. Hey, man, Ridwan 62182 Williams. Thank you for the contribution, man. Look, I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is hurt at all. I think his feelings are hurt. I think his mental game might be hurt, and I think his calf might just be, you know, maybe he did too many stairs before the game or something like that. Other than that, I don't think he's hurt. What I do think, though, is that Kyle Shanahan and the coaching staff and the medical team staff put that on him. And so, with that being said, there's a possibility that we see Jimmy next week just because. Should we see Jimmy next week? Absolutely not. Will we see Jimmy next week? You're daggone right. Why? Because he was labeled hurt.
Injured. Yeah, we'll break that down a little bit too, guys. Absolutely. There's another one here from Nick Donald. I don't know why I wanted to say O'Donnell, but it's Nick Donald here. He says, you all are right about it not being Kyle to an extent, but you have to say his play calling went vanilla after Lance came in. Up until 4 minutes to go in the fourth, it picked up. Do you agree or you disagree?
Well, I agree with it, but he answered his own question. I mean, he answered his own comment. Go back to what you said, Nick, and thank you for the contribution, my bro. You said up until 4 minutes. Well, guess who kills the 4-minute drives? Trey Lance. Guess who kills the 2-minute drives? Jimmy Garoppolo. And so you saw the game change for the Seahawks because they went 2-minute drives with like 9 minutes in the third quarter.
Sure did. Quick scores.
Gassing our defense. People kept saying, hey, man, the defense suck. They suck. No, they were getting gassed.
Yeah, they went hurry up out of nowhere.
Play after play.
That hurry up offense in the middle of the game throws the defense off.
That's scheme. That's manipulating from the coach. You know what? That's smartness on Russell Wilson. And so
Absolutely.
To answer your question, Nick, if that's what you're asking, yes, I do agree with you, man. But I thought the play calling became vanilla after the first touchdown. And then it came down to like not vanilla. I think it was lack of execution from the players. And then after that, he started to realize, oh, man. And it's always something, Mike. It's always something. We're missing a running back, so we're going to run with the fullback. We're missing the kicker, we're going to kick with the punter. We're missing, like, it's always something. It's always some type of adversity for the 49ers. And at some point, it's going to get right. Like, you got to believe at some point it's going to get right. Even though in this game, it didn't look like it was going to get right. But then you get a spark toward the end of the game, and then bada boom, bada bing. I mean, we lose by 7. Technically, we should have lost by 3. Technically, they shouldn't have got that fumble. Unfortunately, Cannon tried to make a play after making a play. Didn't really have a hold on to the ball, and then boom. Had he just stayed down after he recovered it from the first jump, looking at it back in hindsight, we would have had the ball at the whatever yard line, but because he got back up, the ball pops back out. Boom, it's a fumble. They get the ball in a red zone. They score a touchdown to that throw by some wide receiver I ain't never heard of. Like, that's the stuff I'm talking about. And think about it. We got beat by no-name players. Who beat us other than Russell Wilson? Name the players who beat us.
I mean, it was just Russell, honestly. I mean, he kept the plays alive.
Oh, that's it. You can't name them. That's my point.
Right.
Can't name the backup running back. You can't.
Everybody else is a byproduct of Russell's. Everybody else is a byproduct of Russell Wilson's greatness.
There you go.
That's what it is.
There you go. And there you go. And no, Cannon won't be gone tomorrow. And I see people talking about it. You got any more contributions? Did I answer?
Yeah. Oh no, they're piled up, bro. Here's another one here.
Yeah.
There's at least two more. Jonathan Patterson says, "Who's starting next week? If we score 21 points in the first half, we win this game." Jonathan, we didn't score 21 points, but just give me one word answer. Who's starting next week? Just give me the last name or first name.
Garoppolo starts.
Okay. Now we're going to keep it moving because, again, guys, we're going to break this all down. And I want to acknowledge your guys' contributions because we really, really, truly appreciate them. And you guys, keep them coming. We're going to read them all first, but then we're going to get into we got a flow for the show. I promise you guys, we got a flow for the show. This is going to be an overreaction show that you are not going to want to miss. All right, we got one half of Jimmy. We got one half of Trey. And damn it, there's some stuff to discuss. There's a lot of stuff to discuss.
There's a lot of disgusting stuff to discuss. That's what you said.
I'm outside. I'm dying. I'm sick. Everything in me says I should call out of work tomorrow, but they're gonna think I'm calling out because we lost, and I'm not that kind of guy, so I can't give them that satisfaction. Steve Fox has another contribution. He says, "That's what I'm saying, Breezy." So he was agreeing with what you were saying, bro. You know, there's nothing else to really comment there on. But he's agreeing with what you're saying. I mean, he likes your assessment, so I like that he likes your assessment. I'll name a player. Jimmy Garoppolo helped beat us too. Matthew Bishop, that's his comment. He's saying that it was Russell Wilson and Jimmy Garoppolo. He said, I got another name for you. You said, who helped beat us? That was your question to me. And my man said, nah, F that. I got an answer for you. Jimmy Garoppolo helped beat us. What say you?
First, Matthew Bishop, that's just a dope comic book character name to me for some reason, man. Right. Sound like a regular superhero.
No, that's super biblical.
Yeah, super, like real talk. So thank you for the contribution. Yeah. So if you're following me on Twitter, you guys know that I'm a 49ers supporter first and foremost, but I keep it a buck. I call it like I see it. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. If you trash, you trash. If you good, I say you good. I can't give you the good assessment and not give you the bad assessment. And I feel like people, like our fan base, don't like when you give the constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? But we got to call a spade a spade. We got to call a diamond a diamond, a club, a heart, right? You got to call it like you see it. Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't necessarily give the 49ers the best chance to win because after he gets rattled, you watch the walls come tumbling down. Did we not watch the same game? And I'm not even talking about the interception.
Call that man Jericho. Just call him Jericho.
I didn't know you was. I thought you left that, but nah. Like I didn't think you were gonna still be on that way, but nah, bro. That's what it is, man. Jimmy fought the battle with Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down, bro.
Yes, sir.
And Seattle is Jericho to Jimmy. He struggles, right? They throw different things at him. The interception alone. Great play by Diggs, right? Great cover, great disguise, but drops back in coverage. Jimmy thinks he's throwing to the middle of the field, ball intercepted. After that, he comes back, lights up the middle of the field. But what happened when they took away the middle of the field? Now you get the jittery Jimmy because he's not comfortable throwing the ball to the sides.
Yeah.
He's not comfortable. And so, yeah, man, you can say he helped beat us too. You could blame it on his calf injury. You could blame it on his pinky toe. Whatever it is, Jimmy didn't play. And I was excited to see Trey. And I think a lot of people, started saying I was backtracking on the Trey comment. I said, look, I don't expect him to come in here and be great. I expect him to be better than Jimmy. I feel like that's my expectation. And I've been saying that from day one, because that's why I said Trey should start, because I feel like he'll give us the best chance to win going forward. Take it how you want.
We're going to get to all of this, guys. The show has not started yet. Here we are 15 minutes in, and Breezy is just answering contributions. The show has not started, and there's still another contribution that came in after this one, Breezy. Like, yo, you a busy man, and we ain't even started the show yet. Big Dez.
Hey, I tell you what, I appreciate the contributions, but please do me a favor, follow and subscribe to Wayne Breezy, because we're going to break this game down after we overreact tomorrow. And Mike, if you want to get down, if you're off of work, please join the broadcast.
I'm just a phone call away, bro. Even if
Say
I'm working,
less.
I'll pop that joint on the dashboard, and I'm with you,
I want to hear Mike after he thinks and sleeps and talk, because Mike is very logical.
I'll be completely honest with you guys. I get on this show and I have to be moderator. I gotta listen to everybody, keep the flow going and stuff like that. I don't often get to share my sincere thoughts. So you catch me on somebody else's show, you'll get what I'm really bringing you guys. You'll get what I'm really bringing.
We'll see you tomorrow. So go back to my man Big Dez. This is my guy right here.
He says the defense played okay, but why the hell don't we disguise our defense, especially against future Hall of Fame QBs? Again, this is something else that we're going to get to in the show. But Wayne, give us a quick answer here.
New defense, man. You got a new coordinator. You got guys still trying to learn, who's probably installing different concepts. It's the Robert Saleh defense, but he's trying to make it his own. So it's a growing pain, right? And so I don't think the players, I never thought that the players that we had were good at disguising. They're good at assignments, but not good at disguising. Remember when we would bring Tavarius Moore in, and then he just struggled? And then all of a sudden you bring him on a dime package and he's like an MVP.
And it's like, oh shit, who's that guy? Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so they're not good yet at the disguises, because I don't think they have the mental capacity to do stuff like that. Like we saw Quadri Diggs do. Dude was playing robber. Why is Marcel Harris not being a robber in the nickel or package or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Put that speed. He's a safety converted into a linebacker. He can hit, but he can't cover. And therefore his disguise would let the quarterback know he's either coming in to stop the run or he's coming in to, be some type of blitzer. But if he drops back in coverage, it's picky. Like he ain't going to get nothing. And that's why.
Yeah. Salvador. I don't want to say your last name, Salvador. I no disrespect.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about this Salvador Briesca. I hope I said that right.
All right. He says Trent Cannon didn't down a ball inside the 5, led to a DK touchdown drive, fumble on kick return, couldn't recover. Seattle punt return fumble. In my opinion, he cost us big time.
I like the opinion. I like the opinion.
All right. I tell you what. Let me put you on the spot. I don't want to just skip it. I'll give you 3 options: yes, no, or let me explain. Which one applies here?
No.
Wow. Okay. See, I would have hit him with a let me explain, but I like your no. I'm closer to the no than the yes for sure. So I felt like
give an explanation with the no, but I don't have to let me explain, isn't there? But
right.
But yeah, I mean, and he's getting his con. Here's the thing, man. Look, Trent Cannon came in the game and did exactly what he was supposed to do. All right, so if you're going to assess a player and break a player down, the fumble was the big swing. That's what I would call it, the big swing, right? That was the fumble changed.
Do you remember when we got into an argument on the show? Me, you, Nick, all 3 of us were arguing. You 2 were on the same side when I said that George Kittle's kickoff was more of a swing, an emotional swing, than Debo's fumble, because this was following the Lions win. And I said that special teams plays fire up opposing teams more than a turnover on regular offense. And y'all were like, Mike, what the fuck are you talking about? It happened later. By the way, we had 20 minutes. We had 20 minutes. Let them fly, bro.
You're right. We didn't agree with you. And
right. You're right.
But on that play, because it was an onside kick. Them junks they usually go right, and it just went left. Had it been a punt or a kickoff, and it got botched or fumbled, Mike, I would agree with you 1,000%. In my opinion, it's totally different. But from an onside kick, usually we're gonna get those. Usually the team receiving it gets it, downs it, it's good to go. That ball took an unbelievably lucky bounce, broski. I mean, like, dude, Kittle's hands were here, ready to get the ball, and the ball hit him in the face, bro. Like, come on, man. And but momentum wise, you could be right. You could be right. Momentum wise, because that happened before the Debo fumble. Remember, that happened before the fumble. We got the ball back after they did whatever, and we had a chance, and we fumbled the ball and gave them the ball back. And then D4 sealed the deal. So you could be right, broski. You could be right.
We'll break it down later. I promise. We're going to get to all of that stuff. Nick Donald again, he says, Mike, where you get that jersey? That's fire. This is my Bosa jersey. It's the only Bosa jersey that I have. I probably won't get another one. Honestly, I don't remember where I got this one from. I order jerseys from all over the place, guys. Some on the official site, some of them not, because I like some of the custom joints. And this one's got patches and stuff all over it. SF49. It's like a military thing.
That's the military joint. Yeah,
y'all see the flag there. You see the military patch here, the Nike joint. So I honestly, man, I don't remember where I got this one from. I tried to put on the gold head wrap to match with the stitching and everything, so you guys could catch me out here at nighttime, because my hair was all over the place and I didn't want it in my face. So I'm sorry, but we'll see. I don't want to hear it. McBain says Jimmy pulled himself out the game. Trey did well considering just being thrown in there. This doesn't give us a lot to discuss here. Do you think, just give me a quick yes or no, and we'll elaborate later, did Jimmy pull himself out the game?
No.
All right. And Logan Dean, oh my God. Debo is insane.
Yeah,
8 receptions, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. For those of you who are bad at math, let me just do that for you really quick, okay? The 156 yards, I'm going to tell you about fantasy, PPR. All right, let me just break the 2 touchdowns, that's 12 points. 156, that's 15 points, okay? That takes you up to 27. And then it's PPR, points per reception. That man had a 35-point game today.
Depending on the scoring, Mike, sometimes it's half a point per reception, sometimes a full point.
That's true. And sometimes you get a bonus if you go over 100. It depends on the scoring.
Yeah.
But that man was going ape shit out there, bro.
Yo, I was currently beating Peachy comfortably. Okay. And Debo Samuel happened. Pardon my French.
Oh, man. She didn't have Debo on you, did she?
She went Debo on me.
Ooh.
And the only way I can beat Peachy is if Joey Bosa gets me more than 4 points on Monday night and Ryan Stuckup kicks at least 4 field goals tonight.
Oh, my God.
So
yeah, you might as well call Peachy now. Send Peachy the link. Let's get Peachy in here. Where's she at? Send Peachy the link. Let her get in here and gloat. You know what I'm saying? Let her get in here and gloat, because Peachy earned that one tonight, man. She really put the pieces on you. I like that, because Ryan Suckup ain't doing all that for you, bro. It's over for you, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm believing in Suckup tonight.
Okay.
I'm believing in Suckup. I'm losing by it's 140.92 to 141.12.
Okay.
I need 1 extra point to win. If Tom Brady doesn't score any touchdowns, I'm gonna jump off the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, bro. Like all I need is 1 point.
That. Let me tell you, the last person I heard say they was gonna jump off of something into a body of water.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But hear this out. Right? I heard a professional NFL head coach say that if we do XYZ, I will jump into blank river. You know who it was? It was Hugh. No. It was Hugh Jackson. Because what happened was the Cleveland Browns, the team that he was coaching, went 1-15, and they said, "Do you think it's possible that you go 0-16 next year?" He said, "If that happens, I'll jump off of this bridge into the water." Do you know what they did the following year, bro?
What's that?
0-16.
Oh,
and he did not live up to his end of the deal. He just knew it was impossible, and it freaking happened, bro. So be careful, guys. All right, I gotta ask you guys this, man. You guys got to stop with the contributions, because we have to get to the show. And there's still 2 or 3 more that I got to get to. So Callie Young says, number 10 left guard defense out there to dry. Dude is supposed to be injured, but he's hamming it up on the sidelines. I'm done with this chump. He's a clown. True or false?
That this is true. I don't think that he's. I just read some of the comments. My man said this bridge is closer than San Francisco. I know, right? I don't think. I do think he. Look, Jimmy not hurt. That's what I'm trying to say. Jimmy got pulled out of the game. There was a conversation at half, and Kyle said, "Hey, I'm gonna go with Trey." Jimmy said, "Okay."
Yeah, but see,
No
we got to
problem.
talk about that, man. All right. Let's two more contributions. We're gonna talk about this because Kyle's got me upset again. Kyle's got Mike fired up one more time. Okay, so here we go. Hold on. James says here, what does he say? Here, you read this one. Let me put what's got me fired up.
Guys, first time donation of any kind. Love the show. It was a positive loss tonight because Trey got to play and looked better than Jimmy. Shout out to James for this contribution. Now, this I want to talk about because Trey's stats are worse than Jimmy's. But Trey finished the game. He didn't say stats. He said he looked better. And so I like that he actually said that. Trey only completed 50% of his passes. Jimmy a little bit, probably closer to 60. But Jimmy also had the interception, and Trey had one more touchdown. So, yeah. Also, Trey has some rushing yards, 40-something to be exact. So this is good. Thank you, James, for the contribution.
All right. So here's the other one here. Here's the other one here. And then you read this one. Damn it. Another one just came through. So read this one.
Just let him keep coming, man. We got this, bro. Cali Boy 58. Thank you so much for the contribution. That cap is going to get 8 up next season. At this rate, Debo is going to get 20. Oh,
my bad. There it is. My bad.
I see what you're saying. Dang. Yo, this is a conversation I don't think we should have on this particular show. But when we give some time and some thought to start thinking about this, we definitely need to have this conversation because will Kyle Shanahan sign a wide receiver? Extend. You know what I'm saying? And Debo's had injury issues, so I don't know. He's playing at an all-pro level right now. Cali Boy, you on 100
Debo the best receiver in the league right now, bro.
He's the best receiver in the league right now.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
No, you shouldn't because and I won't let you because Debo's killing it. Joel, I see you. Thank you so much for watching the show. I see you, bro, out there. You're gonna hear how I'm feeling about this loss, but I am thinking positive. So you might get a different reaction from Breezy tonight. Dante, 8398. Hey. Thank you so much for the contribution.
Dante, you didn't type your comment here. I'm gonna ask Breezy to do me a favor, man. Try to keep an eye on the chat for the rest of this, for the next 3 minutes, okay? If right. Dante, whatever you wanted to say, type it in there right now. Do not pay for another contribution. Breezy's gonna watch the chat for the next 3 minutes. You got 180 seconds. Type your comment in there. We'll click it and we'll read it. But we got to get to the show, man. And you know what I want to start the show with, Breezy?
What's up?
I want to start the show with the injury report. When they start the pressers, Kyle comes in and he does a rundown of the injuries. So I feel like it's only right that we start there. Can we do that?
Let's do it, baby.
All right, here we go. Kyle Shanahan is going to give us a breakdown of the injuries that were sustained tonight by your favorite team, the 49ers. Here it is.
Had the groin for the game. Garoppolo had a calf, didn't return. Alex Mack had a hand. He ended up being all right and returned. Trent Williams with a shoulder injury, he never returned. Arden Key had a stinger. He came back in, though, cleared the protocol. Go ahead. At what point did you find out?
All right, that's it. So,
all right, guys. So we got Alex Mack, hand injury, came back in the game. Jimmy Garoppolo, calf injury, never returned. Trent Williams, he said shoulder. We were told elbow, so maybe we're gonna get some confirmation on that. But I don't expect to see Trent for the next several weeks because we got a bye week coming up, so he probably won't play against Arizona. He'll have the bye week, and hopefully we'll see him on Sunday Night Football. All right, was that it? Did I miss anything?
I mean, there was a lot of injuries, but everybody seemed to come back. So,
Arden Key got a stinger. That's what he said.
Yeah, Arden Key stinger. So I'm trying to cover up what I'm doing because I don't want people to see me all in my nose holes. I am
Mike,
sick,
do your
guys.
thing, man. Yeah,
no, it's cool.
Cornelio
it's cool.
Ortiz. All right. Thank you so much for the contribution.
Right to the point.
F. Jimmy Garoppolo. Listen, this is an overreaction show. So I want y'all to say
if that's how y'all feel, type it in there with a contribution. Give me a 99-cent contribution. F. Jimmy Garoppolo. That's how y'all really feel. I want to see how many people feel this way. I want to see. You know what?
Can I say something, bro?
Can we start there? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You got it.
I'm not asking people to like, all I'm asking for people is to just give me a little bit more respect in this game, yo. You know what I'm saying? I might not live out in California, and I might not be the best, statistician or whatever you want to call it. I might not do all of that, but I know certain tendencies. And I was Jimmy's biggest supporter in 2020 before the season started, Mike, because if you go back and watch the shows, what did I say he was going to be able to do and why he was going to be the best thing for the 49ers? I said he'll be able to read a defense. He'll be able to read a defense by now. He should be able to check plays at the line of scrimmage.
You said he'll be able to audible check plays. Yep, exactly.
And when Weston Richburg came out, guess who was wrong?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets hurt. And then Jimmy is playing exactly the same as he started in 2019. He's nothing different.
Right.
So Mike said it best on the last show. He's not getting better and he's not getting worse. And that ain't good. Because the league is getting better. The league is speeding up. Everything is happening. Why did Kyle Shanahan trade the next 2 first-round picks? Because it's time to move forward. There's a new NFL. It's going to be a new era. Kyle's going to have to figure some things out. And so I truly agree with, a lot of you guys.
Man.
If you guys want to say F Jimmy, I'm with it. Go ahead, man.
All right.
Brandon Trejo got one.
Brandon Trejo. Imagine Trey with majority practice reps at the first team. You got to remember what Kyle's doing to this dude. Here's another F Jimmy right here, right? These people are upset at Jimmy Garoppolo, my man.
But they should be.
Look,
They
here's
should
another
be
one.
upset. They
I told
paid
y'all.
this guy $27 million, and he's on contract for next year.
Right.
And he can't keep and sustain drives.
Bro.
He starts off good when the defense is playing vanilla. And then the moment the defense calls an audible, Jimmy audibles into a shell.
My people.
So you should be frustrated.
The great show, guys, from Sin. This Jimmy G fan, a supporter of Jimmy G, thinks Trey did a great job in context. Low scoring first half frustrated me. This is a Jimmy G supporter right here, and our homegirl Sin. I love Sin. I love Sin. I can't say enough, and I say that with all due respect. I know she's a married woman. I'm a married man. I don't mean it like that. So,
her husband's cool, bro.
Nah, he oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Did you get a chance to talk to him at the thing?
No, I saw her at the bar. He was not there when we were there. We took a picture together. He was not there. But I did tell her, send my regards. That's I absolutely love it, man. Nothing but the utmost respect for Sin and her husband, Mr. and Mrs. Sin. Sorry, no disrespect. I don't know his name. I don't know his name, so no disrespect, But she's a Jimmy G fan, and the low scoring first half frustrated her. We're gonna touch on that. That's gonna be our next point right here. Naughty, love the show. Thank you for the contribution, man. Listen, man, I want to break this thing down. We got to stop here. F Jimmy G, he ain't earning that money. All right, guys.
What if Kyle benched him and just said F it?
And this is the F Jimmy G. I said put in 99 cents if you feel like F Jimmy G. Stephen Fox did it. So this is another F Jimmy G comment right here. You know what I'm saying? So
pop them joints up, bro.
Yeah, they in here. They in here, man. I'm trying to keep my eye on it. Did I get the last one? All right, I think that's the last one here. All right, so listen, man, we got to talk about it, bro. Second quarter, the Seattle Seahawks have negative 12 yards on 4 possessions. The 49ers have also had 4 possessions. One resulted in a touchdown. One was a pick six. Here's another 99-cent contribution. That goes for F Jimmy G. My man, all right, Nate, I see you. You got creative with yours, so I'm going to put it up there because you ain't paid for it, but you typed it in there. I like what you did, bro. I respect the swag. I like that. All right?
He just put a Kyle Shanahan on you, dog.
From the bottom of my heart, he's saying this with all sincerity. F Jimmy bum ass.
I think at this point, bro, the fan base is frustrated. And it's about beeping time. It's about time. And
will y'all judge me if I stick a tissue in my nose so I can stop it from running? I'm blowing, but nothing's coming out.
I do that for nosebleeds. So what's the difference if you do it for
it's
booger bleeds?
It's like I don't know
what's happening. Say booger bleeds, bro. I said booger bleeds.
I don't want to be on the show with a tissue in my nose because that's crazy looking. But I'm sorry, I can't stop this. it's like running nonstop. I'm sorry, guys.
This
Like
is
I don't know
funny.
what else to do.
You're funny, bro. You're
All
funny.
right, go ahead, man. I'm gonna sit like this so y'all can't see it.
No, all I'm just keep blowing your nose, bro. All I'm saying is it's about time that the fan base, you know, they have every right to feel this way. And I just want y'all to know that y'all normal. And it's okay to, you know, you can't force people to see things certain ways, Mike. That's how I'm starting to kind of like understand life, right? Like not even God or Jesus was forcing people to follow him. You know what I'm saying? He just led the way. If you chose to do it, you did it. If you didn't, you didn't. Like, you know what I mean? He just led the way. And so, like, I think people are starting to understand. And I think maybe now Kyle Shanahan is just at the point, hey man, we quartered the way of the season, man. we got, you know, we're quarter done. This was our game plan in the beginning. Jimmy got some stuff on tape. If we're able to trade him, we trade him. If not, they can still cut Jimmy right now and not be responsible for the whole 20+ mil. But maybe there's going to be some reworking. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo becomes the backup quarterback. Who knows? All I know is right now.
Nah, we got the answer to that, Breezy. I'm gonna break it down because that means that you ain't seen what I put in here. So that's cool. All right, Joel Yusuf with the SCK $20 contribution. I don't know what SCK denomination is, but he says, "Love you, King Breezy. This is all for you. Always keeping it real." Okay, so
Love
I
you,
appreciate that right there. And now here we go, man. You ready? So listen, guys, I'm gonna take these contributions off. I'm gonna talk to my man Breezy for about 3 seconds here. Master Sith says Shanahan gonna Shanahan no matter the QB. We're gonna get to that too. Okay. Master Sith, thank you very much. Hopefully, it's the last contribution for a little bit so I can read to y'all, so I can talk to y'all. Now, listen to this, bro. Our defense was playing lights out. They were playing out of their mind.
It's ridiculous.
Somebody asked why we didn't disguise stuff more. We didn't have to disguise shit throughout this whole first half. We were out there running our defense, and there was nothing Seattle could do. We didn't have to disguise a damn thing. The whole first half, Seattle could not move the ball. This defense was out there balling. Do you hear me? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? The defense was playing lights out. You know what the problem was? It was with the offensive genius, his side of the ball. The first year, defensive coordinator was out there showing his ass, bro. He said, hey, look what I could do. Y'all thought that Seattle's offense was struggling in the first half? Wait till you see what I do. He held them to negative 12 yards in the middle of the second quarter, bro. They had 3 or 4 possessions with negative 12 yards. First time all year that's happened. They never played that bad in the first half. Never,
Mike, we had 5 3 and outs, Mike. 5.
Yes, 5 3 and outs, bro. The truth of the matter is this, bro. Seattle was a first half team. That's what the report was coming into this game, right? They told me that Seattle was a first half team. If you can dominate them in the first half, you'll get the win in the second half.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Mike.
You also got to do something in response, right? Come on, talk to me, Breezy.
That's
Don't
it. So the defense did dominate. And then the offense came out and started hot and looked like it was going to be a fluent thing, right? It looked like it was something that was going to be a trend. Their defense didn't even make crazy adjustments. We even moved the ball. We just couldn't result in points, okay? And so Kyle Shanahan, in my opinion, at times, yeah, he was in his bag. Jimmy was lighting up the middle of the field.
Kyle was calling some plays in the first half.
You can't say that he wasn't.
He was absolutely calling some plays in the first half.
But here's what got me. What happened to the if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Kyle Shanahan? Because if I recall, there were times when we used to run the ball until we couldn't run it anymore. And so Trey Sermon was having the game of his life.
There was a point where Trey Sermon was over 6 yards a carry in the first half.
Trey Sermon averaged, hold on.
You got the first half breakdown in there, bro?
I don't think I got the first half breakdown.
Oh, okay.
I just want to talk about his totality in the game.
You're going to talk about how he finished the game.
He had 19 carries, you dig? But
how many total yards?
He had 89, 19 carries for 89 yards. He was over 5 yards a carry. He finished under 4.7 yards a carry. No, and that's because Kyle Shanahan stopped feeding him the ball.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. So you said it was how many carries? How many yards?
19 for 89.
Okay, yeah.
He had
yeah.
19 for 89. The
That's,
run
that,
game.
that's 4.7.
Seattle could not stop the run. Trey was getting inside. He was getting outside. It was cool to see Jacquez Patrick get in the game, but
That wasn't necessary.
It wasn't necessary because it was working. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. Now,
And so this is where Kyle confuses me, guy. On a 4th and 2, Mike, in the second half, you got your rookie quarterback in the game.
you got your rookie quarterback who is spreading the defense thin because they think he's going to run or throw deep. So the run lanes are bigger.
But you run a freaking jet sweep with Deebo Samuel
behind the line of scrimmage. The play started. Listen to me. They snapped the ball and he had to turn around. The play started 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think
when you got a running back that's averaging before that point, I'm willing to bet that Trey Sermon was averaging over 5 yards a carry at that point in the game.
Look, when I tell you Trey Sermon looked like a first-round draft pick tonight,
talk your shit, baby.
Even in pass protection, go back and watch the game.
Oh my God.
Jimmy was having time to throw the ball. He was picking up guys coming in, linebackers, whatnot, chipping, doing what he needed to do. He had a run where I was like, oh, man, this looked like the injury play run because he just ran and flipped and fell, and then he still got up. This boy was balling. Trey Sermon, he should have had 25 carries, and he would have had well over 100 yards. Mike, at the end of the first half.
I can't believe he didn't get over 100 yards tonight the way he was running the
end of the first half, I remember this because I said this to you. At the end of the first half, he had 76 yards. Yep. What did I say? How many yards did I say he needed for 100? 24?
Yep. Yes, sir.
He only got what? 15 more?
That's bullshit. That is bullshit. And that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. And I understand what the score looked like, but if you got to convert shorts and stuff like that, that's how you do it. All right, Nadi, give me a true or false on the statement here. He's got Cap is better than Jimmy. Just give me a quick true or false. I ain't going to argue with you at all.
Cap to me was better than Jimmy because he gave me the unknown.
You ain't got to explain. You ain't even got to explain, bro. Okay. Just let that shit rock. Okay. Joel Yusuf, again, with the 55 contribution. He says, you were spot on, Mike. 5 years with Kyle Shanahan and D still needs to bail you out. Nah, man, this ain't no genius. Sorry, I'm pissed. Bro, I've been saying it, man. The one knock I have against Kyle Shanahan is that he's not doing what we brought him in here for. I said that with Kyle Shanahan, the offensive genius that he's supposed to be, he should be able to put up points where the defense doesn't have to play A+ every single game. The offensive side of the ball is supposed to be the strength, and we're just not seeing that yet. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
But here's the thing that despite people are saying talk about how we lost despite the two. Like I can't tell you how we lost if we had all these yards. It's because they weren't producing points into the end zone. Seattle didn't do anything special on defense. Nothing special. We turned the ball over 2 times. We lost because of turnovers.
Yeah.
Because you don't flip the field with turnovers. You got to get the ball back. It swung the whole game. And I'm not just talking about the cannon fumble. Even the Jimmy interception. Even though it didn't result in points.
Mm-hmm.
It gave the other team hope.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. You can't have your defense dominate like that and your offense not give them a return on investment. That defense was playing crazy out their mind in that first half. All right. Jaguayo says, if Jimmy is physically cleared, does Shanahan start Lance next week or is he going back to Jimmy? I thought Trey did good today. I love your passion. Just give me a quick answer. We're going to talk about this later, but what do you think? If Jimmy's cleared, who's starting next week? Come on, man.
If Jimmy's cleared, Jimmy starts next week.
Exactly. Because Kyle Shanahan already shitting on him in public. We're going to talk about it. I got comments here. All right. Talk in SF. It's a bitter confusion, exhaustion.
Yeah, Masters, yeah.
100%. Jashawn Page, thanks for the $20 contribution. He said, what up, Niner gang? Kyle Shanahan gave the people what they wanted. Is to put Trey Lance in the game. They pulled Jimmy out healthy. Season over.
I hear you.
He's basically saying, like, we put Jimmy in there. I mean, we put Trey in there and we still didn't get the results we wanted, so we don't have an answer. That's what he's saying.
Hold on, let me read this again because I don't think that's what I'm getting. What's up, Niner Gang? Kyle Shanahan gave the people what they wanted is to put Trey Lance in the game. They pulled Jimmy out. That what I got was that he's saying that they pulled Jimmy out healthy, and
Jimmy wasn't really hurt.
and he wasn't hurt. So he's saying season over. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I agree with everything except the season over part.
Right, me too. But I think now I get why you're concluding to what he's saying. I thought he was saying Jimmy's season is over. That's what I thought he was saying.
Now look at this bullshit. Yo, Jimmy said he hopes his injury is just a couple of weeks, and that the pain went down to his Achilles. So Jimmy's already putting it out there. I hope it's only a couple of weeks.
So Jimmy's not playing next week. Okay,
that's what Logan Dean is saying. Now we haven't listened to any of the pressers yet, so we'll get to that later on. We'll do another breakdown tomorrow. I'm going to listen to the pressers, and when I'm on with Breezy, we'll break this thing down a little bit more and a little bit deeper. Delvin Thomas, thanks for the contribution. We finally got a star QB after all these years. We got to let him play to become one with our team.
Finally, somebody that makes sense. Finally,
yeah. I miss our team killing it.
I was waiting for this. People keep saying, "Oh, Jimmy don't look good. He was 1 for 5, then he was 2 for 6, and the numbers started going up." But if you go back, Trey, if you go back and watch what Trey was doing, Mike, how many times should Trey have been sacked? 5? At least 5.
No, Trey should have been sacked at least 5 times. Yeah,
at least 5.
But he shook them motherfuckers off, though, didn't he?
Bro,
he shook them off and had positive gains out of them.
Like a gnat, bro. Like a gnat, and extended the play, was still trying to make the right throw.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
We'll can't teach that.
We'll get to it. We just got to try to bear this. We got to try to get through these contributions, man. Milf Hunter, crazy ass name, but cool. Jimmy got Kittle injured again with a bad pass. Was it an ACL? Well, Jimmy did get he threw it up there high. He did it to Debo. He did it to Kittle 3 times. The last one was really bad for Kittle, but Kittle did come back and finish the game. So I can't sit here and say that.
I don't expect Kittle to play next week, though.
Okay, that's fair. Because once the adrenaline wears off, you feel the injuries come in.
And the swelling starts too. Like, you know what I mean?
Breezy, we got to talk, bro.
Let's talk, brother.
We got to talk. Now, the last overreaction show, I came here and I killed Shanahan, right? Mm-hmm. I went crazy because of what he said at the presser. He said, I thought Jimmy played very well. And I thought that he was riding with his quarterback a little too much.
You killed him.
But wait till you see what he said today. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you really ready for this?
If he says the same thing, I'm leaving.
Honestly, I think it's worse. But don't leave me, bro. Shanahan on Trey Lance's performance. It looked like a typical first game. That's why he's the number 2 quarterback. Wayne. I'm going to pop this up here again. Wayne. Bro, he's still riding with Jimmy.
It's not.
He's still riding with Jimmy.
Can I say something?
You know what? Wait. Let me get this off real quick. Only because I've been having you respond to all the contributions, right? Let me just get this off. Just on this. I'm not going to take away from what you're saying, I promise. This comment right here tells me maybe Kyle actually didn't want Trey. Maybe Trey was
John Lynch pick
or
Adam
Lynch.
Peters.
Yes. This tells me that this was not something that Kyle was on board with, because it's one thing to say Jimmy was hurt, Jimmy did this, Jimmy did that. It's another thing.
99-cent contributions. Put the F Kyle joints up in this joint right now, yo. I'm good. I'm over Kyle. Mike, you ain't even gotta explain this though. It's been 5 years. Nothing's changing. Same stagnant offense. You can't be an offensive genius and can't convert first downs. Can't put points. You can't have all these high piece weapons. You got guys that run yak, and yet you can't create yak plays for them. Yo, I'm good on Kyle Shanahan right now at this point. At this point, bro. And here's why I'm mad. Let me tell you why I'm mad. How do you say this about a kid that came in the game
and put up more points than your fucking starter? How about that?
I'm about to cry, yo.
How about that?
This kid came in the game and didn't quit. And then you gonna say,
wait. He came in the game without the center, without the left tackle.
I'm legit about to cry,
right.
yo, because I don't
All right.
understand Kyle. Man, I don't get it.
Well, let's be vulnerable. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it, bro. I'm with
Because
you,
I
bro.
don't get it, bro. Like, how do you say that? How do you not say? I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said it was his typical first game. Like,
typical for, and
quarterback?
that's why he's a number 2. Like Kyle, like it's one thing to say, oh, he's got to get better. I saw some positive things from him. My man went right to the negative. Like, hey, I tried to tell y'all that's why he's the backup. He's not ready. That's what he said. That's what he said, bro.
I'm good, yo. I'm good, yo.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Look, here's a contribution from Mark. He says, like I said, the first half, the problem was Kyle. Even with Jimmy struggling, he kept calling slants with Seattle sitting on the slants in the middle of the field. That's what they were doing. They were waiting for him. They dropped back and they were just sitting there waiting for him, man. Mark, you're absolutely right. You 100% right. I could not believe Kyle said that on the, like, at the podium, bro. I couldn't believe it. I told y'all, single point of failure, Kyle Shanahan. My man Terradome, man, with the cigar in his mouth. He's sitting there like this. You're absolutely right, bro. He's not giving us anything to look forward to. Kyle's basically saying, I want Jimmy over Trey. Look at this comment here, bro. I tell you what, here's another one. Shanahan, hopefully Jimmy is not as bad as we think, but Trey is here for a reason. We want him to be fully ready, but sometimes you don't have that luxury. He's saying Trey isn't fully ready, and I get that. And he's saying
what rookie quarterback is going to be fully ready, Kyle Shanahan? What quarterback coming out of college is going to be fully ready? Like, tell me what quarterback. Name one quarterback that came out of college that was fully ready to take on the nuances of the NFL. Name one. Name one legend. Name one legend that came in the NFL and tore that shit up his rookie year. One.
In your complicated ass system.
And those systems were nowhere near as complicated. And I told you before, Kyle need to change up the system. It's too complicated. You can't be a great teacher. He's a horrible teacher. I know a lot of teachers with all these credentials that suck at teaching because they don't want to change it up because they think they still got the same damn students from 1973 when schools were totally different, when football players were totally different. He has to hold himself accountable. And he's the reason why we lost. And start taking that. I respect. What's the quarterback? What's the coach from the Lions?
I don't know what his name is, but I know who you're talking about. I don't.
At
I never
least
knew
he
his name.
owned it when he lose.
Yes, sir.
He put it on him.
He go to the podium and take it like a man, don't he?
Those players go out and play for him. I wouldn't be surprised if any of these players wanted to come back and play for Kyle Shanahan. And I'm talking about those, I'm talking about those players. Not your George Kittles, your Nick Bosa's, and those. I'm talking about Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. Why would Brandon Ayuk want to play for this guy? How do you demote me because a wide receiver that you signed as a free agent had a decent camp during my injury? How am I demoted?
Right.
Am I demoted because you put me on special teams?
I defended Kyle a lot with this whole, it's my way or the highway type of thing. I didn't think that was it, but bro, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to see it. Nick, where you at? Turn your camera on, bro.
I'm driving, so. Hold on.
Did you hear the comment that Kyle Shanahan said, bro?
No, I didn't hear the pressers. I just started watching them on the way home.
Forget the pressers. Trey, listen to this. He said he's Kyle Shanahan on Trey Lance's performance. It looked like a typical first game. That's why he's the number 2 quarterback. Does that sound supportive to you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, look, Trey came in, and obviously there was no game plan, things like that. He started off rough. I think he started to get under his feet, started to play well. But it's a tough loss, man. In all senses, it's a tough loss.
But Nick, Nick, whose fault is that?
Whose fault is the loss?
No, whose fault is it that Trey Lance didn't have a script?
Oh, it's Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, your job as a coach is to make sure that your players are prepared. We watched Trey Lance ad-lib at least 10 of those 18 plays he was out there. 10 of them. On top of that, why didn't Kyle Shanahan first series have plays to Trey Lance's strengths? Yet when you got Jimmy Garoppolo during half a season, he come in, you let him roll out to the right, dab a little bit to the left, get one wide receiver crossing the route so he's wide open for you. Why can't he do that with Trey? Why can't he do that for these players, bro?
He can do it. I think Kyle's trying to get the faithful off of his back with the decision to start Jimmy over Trey. I'm really starting to think that's what he's doing. Like, guys, get off me. This is what we need instead. You guys got to remember something here. And now we got to start stepping back and looking at the big picture. When Kyle was in Washington, Dan Snyder said, hey, this kid, Robert Griffin III, is very electric. He's got a big arm. He can run. He can keep plays alive. I like him, and I'm drafting him with my top pick in the first round. Kyle said, yeah, but I like Kirk Cousins. Right? Kyle and his dad said, I want the guy that can stay in the pocket. Now, we heard the story that said John Lynch called Kyle and said, hey, you ready to draft Trey Lance? And Kyle said, hell yeah, I'm glad we agree on this thing. But the comments that Kyle has been making in the media don't line up with what they said. It sounds like Trey Lance, at least to me, was the John Lynch pick. And Kyle, I don't know. I'm not going to say he wanted somebody else. And, we tried to sit here and discredit Kyle's best friend, Sims. We spent all offseason discrediting him, saying that Kyle wanted Mac Jones. We tried to discredit that. And then when we picked Trey Lance, we felt justified in discrediting Sims. But what if all those rumors were right? What if Kyle really did want Mac Jones and John Lynch is the one who wanted Trey Lance?
I'm not going to go that far. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to go that far. I don't think Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones. I'm not going to go that far. I do think
Nick,
that it's just what I saw.
He said,
I saw it.
He said,
but he's right.
Said that's why he's a quarterback too.
But he's not speaking any false terms. Trey Lance is the backup quarterback right now because he's not ready to be the starting quarterback. But now he needs to be ready. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, if you listen to, I don't know if you guys listen to Jimmy on the presser or not, but Jimmy's like, well, it sucks. But
Jimmy is hoping that his injury is a couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. Like, bro, that even if it's a couple of weeks, bro, you lost your starting spot now because of injury.
He hopes it's a couple of weeks. He doesn't hope it's only a couple of days. He hopes it's a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And who knows how bad this injury is. But look, I mean, I can't say that Kyle wanted Mac. Like, I'm not going to go that far, right? Because I do believe that Kyle wanted Trey Lance. But maybe Trey Lance just isn't coming along like he wanted it to. But it also could be his fault because he's so set on Jimmy Garoppolo being the starting quarterback that Trey isn't getting those snaps and those things that he needs with the offense. So, look, like I said, man, I mean, it was a tough loss tonight. Trey Lance looked really, really bad the first series, possibly the second series too, but he started to come in his own. A lot of those plays tonight, Jimmy Garoppolo would have been sacked, and Trey Lance kept the offense alive.
Exactly. Wait. So let's stop. Wait, Nick, let me stop you there, and you can respond to what I'm saying directly, because Wayne and I already spoke on it. Wayne said that there were at least 5 sacks that Jimmy would have took, that Trey kept the plays alive, ad-libbed, and made some positive gains out of it, right? Do you agree with that sentiment right there?
Oh, I agree. There was at least 4 or 5. at least.
Okay, so we're all on the same page
and
here,
a
right?
strip sack.
Right. So we're all on the same page right there. That Trey kept shit alive that Jimmy would not have kept alive. Now we lost Trent Williams, we lost Alex Mack, and they were still out there fighting and doing their damn thing.
When did
Why
Alex
is that?
Mack come out? Because I seen him in there the last plays.
No, he went out and came back in.
Oh, okay. He did come back
So
in.
Trent Williams went out twice. The first time he went out, he came back in. He played a couple more. Then he got hurt again, and he was done for the rest of the game.
He got some IVs. Yeah, they said
right.
He got some IVs. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they put Jalen Moore back in there, who, by the way, I think is a good left tackle.
He's a good left tackle.
But why is Kyle not factoring that in when he's sitting here saying things like that about Trey Lance?
Well, because like I said, Mike, he's not saying anything false. I mean, he's saying like, okay, Trey Lance didn't have the best game, but that's what you expect out of your backup quarterback. Like
Jimmy Garoppolo has never had the best game. He's never said that about Jimmy.
But Jimmy's not a backup quarterback either. Jimmy's considered the starting quarterback.
Nick, we all watched Jimmy Garoppolo have a average or worse than average game, and Kyle went to the podium and said Jimmy played very well. Why do you have to diminish what Trey Lance did? Understand the mindset of what you're putting in the air. I'm not saying that you got to go out there and praise him, but you could say Trey worked the best with what he had available. There's other ways to say what Kyle said. That's why he's a backup.
Remind the world that he's your number 2.
Right. Like he went out of his way to say, and that's why he's the backup. That was it. That was Nick. You know when I ask you a question, and I already know the answer to it. That's my "I told you so" moment. That's exactly what Kyle was doing in that moment. That's why he's the number 2. That was his "I told y'all so, get off my back" moment. That's not right, bro.
Well, whether it's right or wrong, I mean, we're going to see next week. Like, we're going to see one way or another. I mean, all of us that wanted Trey Lance, we're going to see it now. So there's no turning back now. And whether Jimmy's injury is a week, whether it's 2 weeks, whether it's 4 weeks, whether it's fucking days, this is Trey Lance's offense now.
I bet you we beat the shit out of Arizona next week. Now what? I bet you we beat the shit out of Arizona next week.
I think with Trey Lance getting a full game plan and actually getting in as the quarterback for everything will benefit him. He came in. There was 2 things that I liked about this kid tonight, right? Now, while he didn't play the best game, right? 3 things. 1, he maneuvered the pocket like he knew what he was doing and kept his eyes downfield looking for the better play instead of running. You know I'm big on that, right? 2, he avoided sacks that could have been, if it was Jimmy Garoppolo, would have been sacks. 3, he found Deebo Samuel wide open that Jimmy Garoppolo would have never found.
No. Wait a second. Jimmy would have saw that. He would not have pulled the trigger.
That's what I'm saying. He wouldn't have saw that and pulled the trigger.
And there's a big difference in those two.
We wouldn't have known if he's seen it because he wouldn't have pulled the trigger. So we would have said Jimmy didn't see that.
Right.
So
true. So you're right.
So those 3 things right there. Now, while there were some mishaps that Trey made, I think there was more positives to take out of his first half of play. But like he said as well, I need to execute better. I need to be, not that he wasn't prepared because he said he was, but the first 2 series also killed him because we ran the football. We didn't even attempt to throw. They're going to bring everything on you when you're trying to throw the football or when you're trying to just run the football. A lot of this second half, like I said, I'm telling you, man, I was against Kyle in the first half. With the play calling, I was more against him in the second half with play calling.
I like that.
I just don't know why Kyle Shanahan is afraid to be aggressive. I don't understand it. And I know, Mike, you didn't agree with me the whole 4th and 8 thing, but when your defense is handling the offense and they have negative whatever it was, 12 yards total offense, you got to be aggressive. You don't have your kicker. You miss You miss a field goal with your other guy, then you get a 4th and whatever, you bring him out again and miss another field goal. Like, when is the aggressive Kyle going to come out? Like, sometimes in the NFL, you have to be aggressive.
Wait,
You
we
look
missed
at the
2
Chiefs,
field goals in this game? I thought we
the
missed
extra
1 field
point.
goal. Yeah, extra
No,
point. Yeah.
right, but it was 35 yards. It was the same distance.
Oh, I got you. I'm just thinking as far as point, like we missed the extra point and the
Right,
field goal.
but
I
I'm
got
saying,
you.
because we had a penalty, we were going for 2, and then we had a penalty, which took us back to an equivalent to what we missed in a field goal.
Got you.
So you're already going to give that up on that 4th and 8, and I swear to you, I called that 4th and 8. I said before they even brought the kicker out, I'm like, you got to go. Like, your defense is holding this offense. You have to be aggressive and try to score here, because if you score, it looks like the best fucking thing. You go up 14-0. If you get the first down, you still have an opportunity to go up 14-0. Kyle has to pull up his panties and start throwing some big boy plays.
Listen.
Sorry.
Wayne, listen. Wayne's got to go. We're gonna come back to this. Wayne, let me get your final thoughts. Me and Nick are gonna continue to break this down.
Please
We
do. I'm
are
gonna be
far from done. We are far from done. What are your final thoughts, Wayne?
At some point, it's gonna come together, but it starts with the top. It starts with the head coach. It starts with him trusting and believing, and stop throwing players under the bus.
That's
Like,
what I don't understand.
I don't care what you say to me. That comment right there, you just kind of like demoralized him in a way.
Yeah.
I think my connection.
No, you're right. He sent the dog back to the kennel. Go home.
Yeah, like the dude came in and did what you asked him to do. You said he played like he was supposed to play. He probably would have played better if he was more equipped. You know, if you get him in the game more, he can get more acclimated to the game speed. Who cares if it looks like a 2-quarterback system and ain't working with your 1-quarterback system?
I don't mean to cut you off, but Mike, I'll be right back. I'm pulling up now, so I'm gonna go now.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna wait till Nick come on. So then y'all both.
Oh, you okay? I appreciate you, bro. So let me read these contributions here. Diego says, "I just hope Trey looks better as a pocket passer next week. If not, we ain't making the playoffs." And a part of me agrees with that. And I think Trey Lance is going to look phenomenal next week. I think Trey Lance is going to look like a fucking baller because he's got the whole week for the game plan and be issued to his skill set.
Yep.
He's not coming in here and just going with whatever plays that are randomly called. Because the plays that were randomly called, he extended and kept alive. Now imagine what he could do when he knows what's coming already his way. Imagine what he's going to do with a game plan that's fully designed for him from start to finish.
Yeah.
Kyle's fucked up for what he said. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
That's
I'm pissed off, bro. I'm fucking pissed off. And I keep listen, I still at this very moment don't want another head coach other than Kyle Shanahan because I don't know who's going to do better than that. You understand what I'm saying?
I think any head coach can do better. Because no head coach is this dumb, this effing stubborn. Kyle is stubborn, bro. You can defend him if you want or not defend. I don't care. But I paid my dues, so I'm gonna call it like I see it. And other head coaches will come in here and admit when they getting their tail handed to them and they got to make a change. They don't care about the press. They don't care about what people. They don't care about what the stories they're gonna spin. They don't care about if they look bad. They want to win. And so you give me a head coach that says, "Hey, can you lead me to a championship?" And if that player says yes, then you be all in on him.
Right. Trey Lance is easily more talented than Jimmy Garoppolo. It doesn't mean he's ready, but he's more talented. And for Kyle to say what he said is a slap in the face, bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Eric with the $4.99 contribution says, "Do you guys feel like Kyle talked highly about Jimmy for the fact that he doesn't want to lose the locker room?"
Pete, I just want to say something. Pete Carroll might be stubborn, but he trusts his quarterback, and he lets his quarterback does what he wants.
Pete Carroll, listen to this. I one up you here because I agree with you. Pete Carroll trusts his quarterback more than he trusts his own system.
That's what I'm saying.
Because, excuse me, I'm sick, guys. Y'all got to bear with me. Pete Carroll knows that it's not just scheme versus scheme. It's feel versus feel. So when the players are in the huddle and they say, yo, this guy can't guard me, this guy can't hold me, I know what your scheme calls for, but this play will beat this guy. Pete Carroll will say, okay, go run that play then. Kyle won't do that. Kyle's going to say, my scheme will beat this scheme. And that's what Kyle's going to do. So, yeah, I agree with you there. I agree.
I know people saying that he trusts his quarterback so much he gave the Super Bowl away. Yo, it happens. We did it. We trusted Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, here you go, Breezy.
I mean, didn't we? We said Colin could throw the ball. Oh, you got to do Colin could throw the ball.
Yo, you want to talk about Colin Kaepernick? Hold up. I got something for you. Hey, Donald, I'm going to take your contribution off.
Hey!
No. Hold on.
That's the Cap jersey.
Yeah. Let's talk about this for a second. Why? Why would Fred Warner go out here and wear Jimmy? Listen, why would Fred Warner go out there and wear a black Colin Kaepernick jersey? By the way, I'm also wearing a black jersey today too.
Do you want me to answer this question? You want me to answer this question?
Yeah, I want you, not Nick. I'm asking you this question for a fucking reason.
Because he's sending a statement and it's time to move on from that old era.
Exactly.
I'm going to leave it like that. And y'all can take it how you want. But it's time to move on. And now only is he wearing a black jersey, he's wearing a black
Kaepernick jersey.
So y'all can take it how y'all want it, but it's time. And these players been seeing it. And you know how I know? They've been saying it. But it's been scaffolded so the media can't take what they're saying and run with it.
Right.
They've been talking about Trey Lance since the moment he was drafted.
Yes, sir.
Every player. You have players slip up. You have players slip and say things. Get this bot out of this chat. You have players slip up and say stuff that they weren't supposed to say. Trent Sherfield might be that might be the reason why he declined. Because Trent,
Now, I dare you to tell me I'm wrong on this one. I dare y'all to try to tell me I'm wrong on this one, bro. Because this guy, Fred Warner, was a part of that defense that held him to -12 yards, and the offense couldn't score. 3 and out, 5 consecutive times. Fred Warner was part of that. I don't think it's a coincidence that Fred Warner is wearing a number 7 Colin Kaepernick black jersey. Not a red one for the 49ers, not a white one for the 49ers, a black Colin Kaepernick jersey. I don't think it's a fucking coincidence at all. And y'all can say I'm racist. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say about what I'm saying right now. I don't care what nobody got to say. This is the overreaction show. I'm gonna fucking overreact. I think he did it for a fucking reason. And I dare y'all to disagree with me. I dare y'all to disagree with me on this.
And it's not subliminal. It's just you being ignorant not to choose to pay
y'all
attention.
Don't want to discuss it. I'm gonna make y'all see it. How about that? I'm gonna throw it right in your face. Y'all gonna see this. Y'all ain't gotta hear
it. Y'all.
Right. I can't control which one of my quotes y'all put in the papers. I can't control which one of my quotes y'all put in the headline. But you know what I can control? What shirt I wear when I'm at the podium. I know y'all not going to ignore this whole video. How about that? Huh? How about that? Now tell me I'm wrong. The defensive player, the captain of the defense is saying, hey, psst, psst.
I'm gonna leave my last tidbits with this. And this is to the 49ers defense. I need y'all to keep your heads up.
Because
you guys right now are the lifeline of this team. And if we don't support anybody, we definitely support y'all. Because y'all go out and give y'all 100% every game. I watched Al-Shaair shoot gaps today. I was a whole shoot. Like he's stepping up in a spot that he ain't supposed to be in. And we still are not full throttle at D. We're missing our starting DBs. We're missing our starting outside linebacker. We're missing pieces. And they show up every game. It's unfortunate that we fall short in the end. And this game was kind of blown out of proportion. Once the fumble happened, Russell took it, scored, all that type of stuff. But Mike, it wasn't over. You said it wasn't over. And it wasn't over because we had Trey Lance in there giving us a shot. And so all we had to do was recover an onside kick, and I think we would have scored again and won this game.
Yep.
Because the momentum was shifting. And so all I'm saying is Y'all, it's time for a new era. Whether Jimmy G, whether Trey Lance is the best option, he needs to
Trey
be the
area.
Hey, he needs to be the option. And Trey, to you, your back is going to be against the wall, brother. It's just the way it is. You're going to be playing against all different types of stereotypes in the NFL, and people going to label you as a running quarterback. Your job and your task, my brother, is to go out there and show them that you're Trey Lance. And this is why they drafted you. Whether they believe in you or not, as long as you continue to believe in yourself and that number 5 that you rock, bro, you're going to be just fine. I get some of your passes are going to be high. Some of your passes are going to be off. But I guarantee you, Trey never makes the same mistake twice. And if he does, it's very rare. He's a quick learner. And Trey, you keep your head up, man. And when you get your opportunity, you better lose yourself in the moment. You feel me? So, Trey, if you starting next week, bro, we're going to have great shows to talk about this week because regardless of how you play out there, we already know that you're the future of this franchise. So that's the Trey. That's to the defense. To my Nothing But Niner family, I'll see y'all tomorrow on the Nitty Gritty Niners show, yo. I love y'all. Keep up the great work, man.
I'll be there, bro. You shoot me that link, and I'll pop in for a few minutes for you. I got you, bro.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Goji Era says, time to send Jimmy to Houston and keep it rolling with Lance. I hope John Lynch puts Kyle in check ASAP. I don't know that John Lynch has the power to put Kyle in check. I'll be completely honest with you, bro. I'll be completely honest with you, man. I'm not bullshitting nobody. I'm keeping it 100% real right now. Blame it on the alcohol, blame it on the emotions of the loss. I don't know. And for the contributions that we missed, I apologize. Y'all had the contributions rolling tonight. I still got a couple more. I want to try to read them. James Jefferson says, brothers, know that Kyle isn't going to change. Nick been saying it. Nick been saying Kyle's stubborn. Remember Atlanta and Washington football team? He's stubborn to the fifth power. And yes, Mike, you're on it. But Fred is sending a statement. Oh, I know. That's why I put that picture up there. I know Fred is sending a statement. You don't go into this game and that defense do what it does in the first half for 7 fucking points by the offense. That's pathetic. Great field position, turnover. Great field position, punt. Great field position, you miss a field goal by your punter. Nah, man, the defense ain't built for that, bro. The defense is not built for that. So I'm not trying to hear none of that other bullshit, man. The defensive leader, you hear me? The leader of the defense is sending y'all a very clear and concise message. Y'all can sit here and disagree with me all you want. There's a reason that he is wearing that jersey at the podium. I don't care what nobody got to say. Nick, please tell me I'm wrong. Please disagree with me.
I don't know what you said, so.
I said Fred Warner is wearing a number 7 Colin Kaepernick jersey for a reason. It's not red. It's not white. It's black. I think Fred Warner is saying it's time for a change at the quarterback position. We want the guy that can move around and hit the ball downfield because Jimmy's not getting it done. Because here's what Fred Warner can't control. He cannot control what the beat writers choose to type up and tweet out. He cannot control what they put in their reports following his presser and the quotes that they use. What he can control is a picture that they take and the image he sends when he's at the podium following the game. And the picture and image is Fred Warner, the defensive captain, and a black Colin Kaepernick jersey. Now, you tell me what it means. We've seen guys wearing shirts that promote their charities. We've seen guys put on shirts that support other players and their charities. We've seen guys wear shirts that support a different cause that has nothing to do with the team. You tell me why Fred Warner's wearing the black Colin Kaepernick jersey, Nick.
I mean, I can't.
Colin Kaepernick. When was the last time Colin Kaepernick was on this team? 2014. I'll answer it for you. Why is he wearing this jersey now? Never seen Fred Warner wear a black Colin Kaepernick. I've never seen Fred Warner wear a I've never seen Fred Warner wear another man's jersey to the podium. Why is he wearing it tonight? Because Jimmy let this team down when the defense was playing lights out. That's why. They want a change of the guard. My opinion, whatever. That's cool. And I'm not asking nobody to agree with me. This happened for a reason. I guarantee you this is not the only thing that Fred Warner brought to the game to wear following the game. I guarantee it. I guarantee you he had other options. Because had they won this game and Jimmy Garoppolo was playing phenomenally, you think he would have wore the same thing? If Jimmy Garoppolo was in there for the whole game and we won, you think this is the jersey that Fred Warner's going to wear?
I mean, I don't know.
I know you don't know. I know you don't know.
You bring the clothes that you're going to wear before the game, so I don't know.
You bring multiple outfits that you're going to wear, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you.
So if Jimmy was in there and stayed the whole time and played a really good game and we beat Seattle convincingly, do you think, just what you think Fred Warner wears this jersey still?
I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know. I can't give an honest opinion on it.
I'm not blaming you. I said that's fair. That's fine.
Yeah, I just can't give an honest opinion on it. I don't disagree with your thought process, but I just don't know. I can't give an honest opinion on it.
That's cool. Randall D says, with Jimmy out, is this the last we've seen of him? What do you think on that?
Yes. You can't go back. I said this before. Once you go Trey Lance, injury or not, you got to keep him in there. He's the future in the franchise of the quarterback position in San Francisco. You can't pull him. It's the same as people saying that you. It's the same as people that say put him in, and once you put him in, then you can't go back to Jimmy, right? And we said before that the second half of last week's game would have been perfect to go to Trey Lance due to the fact that it wasn't pulling Jimmy. It was just trying to get a spark.
Trying to spark the offense. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Trey Lance brings. While he didn't have the best game this week.
You feel like he brought a different element to the game, right?
He definitely brought a different element.
Yeah, but did you see
a couple series? It took a couple series, but
did you see what Kyle said? Were you here for this?
About the backup quarterback thing? Yeah.
You saw this?
You already showed me that twice.
So did Nick. But what I'm saying is this: like you said it, but Kyle's not saying the same thing. Kyle's saying, "Yeah, I can go back to Jimmy as soon as he's healthy. I can go back to Jimmy."
You're gonna say that right now.
No,
you're not gonna go back to Jimmy.
This ain't me. This is what Kyle is saying.
I'm saying he's gonna say that right now.
All right. Tanya says, says trade time in the Bay. Right? Let me try to find these other contributions, and I'm gonna get back to me and you, Nick. We're gonna have a show. We're gonna talk, bro.
Prayers out to Tanya as well, her and her family.
Huh?
I said prayers out to Tanya and her family as well.
Prayers to her family. I heard what's going on, Tanya. It didn't get biased. I tweeted some praying hands. You, your family, your loved ones are in our prayers over here at Nothing But Niners. Absolutely. Mass Drawa says, did you pay attention when Fred ended the interview and turned the opposite way to show the name on the back? Pure statement, family. This is just going with what I just said. And no, I did not see the presser. I didn't see the end of it. I don't need to see it. I knew what the message was based off of what he was wearing. I'm not one of those guys. I'm the one that digs deeper beyond the verbal part of the presser. I'm the guy that looks at body language, apparel. I look at all that stuff. So I didn't need to see the end of the statement at the end of the presser where he turned around to show the name on the back of the jersey. I didn't need to see that. I knew what it was when he walked up there and I saw what I saw. Kevin, Trey Lance may not be ready, but he's better than our fucking starter now. 200 yards, 2 touchdowns without an offensive line. And Black Lives Matter, Kyle or Jed might be racist. I don't know. I'm going to pump the brakes here. I agreed with everything until the very last statement. Black Lives Matter, yes. Kyle and Jed racist? No. Because I know Jed York. I know Kyle Shanahan. Those guys are not racist. Kyle may have his heels in the dirt on what type of quarterback he prefers, but he's not racist. Jed York, 1,000,000% is not racist. That part I do know. I'm here to slander. I'm here to throw dirt. I'm here to throw mud on anybody's name, but I'm not going to let you guys call the coach or the CEO racist. They're neither one of those.
Yeah,
we can
I
say
don't think
whatever
it
else
needs to
we
go
want.
that far.
What was that?
I said I don't think it needs to go that far.
Right. I'm not mad at somebody not being sure. They might not follow them as closely as I do, and that's okay. But that's what we're here for, Nick. That's what you and I bring to the table. A little bit deeper conversation because we follow them in a more intimate and a more close way than other people do. So I'm not mad at Kevin at all, but I'm here to say they're not racist. I'm okay and comfortable in saying that. I don't think they're racist. This is the last contribution, I believe. This is from Cali. The defense basically gave the offense the ball close to the 50-yard, and the offense could not do shit. Call the Shanahan from Showtime at the Apollo and get number 10 out of here. Agree or disagree?
I mean, there's no agreeing or disagreeing. 10 is out right now. He's injured. It's number 5's turn.
Whether he was injured or not, do you agree with this statement, though?
But that's a hypothetical. He is injured.
But what if he wasn't? I'm
but
asking.
He is.
I understand that. And yes, I'm asking you a hypothetical. If Jimmy was not injured and you saw what Jimmy did that first half with all those opportunities, with all that good field position, would you say get him out of here or not?
I think the first half was on Kyle and Jimmy. I don't think it was just on Jimmy.
I never said it was just on Jimmy.
No, that's my opinion. That doesn't have nothing
But you haven't answered my question. Get him out of here or not?
No, I think it was on both of them. I don't think you pull the quarterback at that point.
So no, don't get him out of here.
Correct.
Jimmy.
No.
Okay.
At that point, no.
All right, that's fair. I'm not here to argue with you. I just wanted you to answer my question directly. That's all. All right, so let me get this contribution off of the screen. I'm trying to find it. Damn, I'm trying to scroll back up. Y'all are keeping these comments coming. This chat is fire tonight, bro. All right, so Nick, man, Jimmy is out. He says he hopes he's out for a couple of weeks. To get past the bye. How do you feel, man? Honestly, tell me how you feel. So we finished the game with how many total points? Tell me.
21.
21 total points. We had 7 at halftime. They made a switch. So we got 15 points from Trey Lance.
No, 14 points. Trey Lance.
You're right. Okay. So we got him out there for the second half. Honestly, Nick, do you feel like if Trey Lance had a full week to prepare, we can get a better performance in the first half than what we saw tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I said that earlier. I'm excited to see what Trey can do with a whole week of preparation as the starting quarterback. Compared to just coming into a game with no script, no game plan, just knowing what the game plan was with Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo under center. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited.
Jimmy finished the game 14-23, 165 yards and a touchdown, 7.2 yards per attempt, 1 interception, a rating of 79.1.
Yeah.
Trey Lance finished the game
9 for 18, 157.
157 yards, 8.7 per attempt, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions, a rating of 117.1.
Yeah, and 2 touchdowns. So
Trey Lance also finished the game with 41 rushing yards
on 7 attempts,
5.9 average. Nick, I want to know what you would do. He can stay out for a while if he starts barking.
What?
No. It's not about agreeing. I want to know what you would do with the quarterback position. Let's just say Jimmy was healthy. All right. Let's say we go through practice this week and Jimmy miraculously is healthy and is healthy enough to play. Right? Who would you start next week against the Cardinals, and why?
I've already told you who I'm going with. I mean, I've been for the last 2 weeks, I've been saying start Trey Lance. So I'm fine with Trey Lance taking over and starting right now. There's not anything else going on. So, Miss Debbie, thank you for the contribution. She says, I'm just getting home from the game and I am exhausted. I was on an emotional roller coaster, joy and heartbreak, in all in the same game. She says, Miss Debbie, I can concur with that. We were out watching the game and I was up and down with the whole situation. Yeah, somebody says Nick's hella grumpy today. I'm not grumpy. I don't know why people think I'm grumpy. Raul, I'm calling you out on that, bro. But Miss Debbie, we appreciate the contribution. It definitely was a heartbreaking game. What are your thoughts on Trey Lance's start? Well, second half, I guess. So I appreciate that. Mr. Fang. Yeah, I'm definitely tired. I'm not grumpy. I'm definitely not grumpy. I had a great weekend with my girlfriend, and yeah, I had a great weekend. So I'm not grumpy at all, guys. Not grumpy at all. So, tired. Yes, absolutely tired. Let's see. Let's take some of these questions here. Link jumps up here with a $5 contribution. Says, after seeing what Trey did, we could have got the W from the Packers and Hawks. It's time to close chapter 10 and start on page 5 and write new stories. Go NBN. So appreciate Link. Appreciate the contribution. Yeah, I mean, look, we've already talked about this. Look, I'm not going to keep going back as closing the chapter on 10, opening it on 5, because it's already here. Jimmy Garoppolo's hurt. There's no more guessing.
No, but that's not true. It's not here because Kyle made it seem like as soon as Jimmy's healthy, he's coming right back. So it's not the number 10 chapter is not closed, Nick. It's not.
Bro, the number 10 chapter is closed.
It's not.
If it's not, then Kyle Shanahan needs to be fired.
Okay, so that's fair. So then what you just said is different than what we're saying. Everyone is saying, hear me out. Everyone is saying that regardless of Garoppolo's health, he should not get back in there under center. And I don't think that's what Kyle is saying based off of his words from the presser tonight.
Yep.
Do you at least understand the difference in the two?
I understand the difference, but I also don't think there was anything wrong with what Kyle Shanahan said. That's the difference. You think there's something wrong with that. I don't think there was anything wrong with that.
Okay, so this is why I think there's something wrong with it.
You've already said it. You already said that he's never said that to about Jimmy Garoppolo.
No.
You've already said that like 5 times. I just don't agree with it.
You weren't even here when I said what I was about to say now. So I was going to tell you again. When we watched Jimmy Garoppolo against the Packers, Kyle said he played very well.
Yes, Kyle came out and said he played very well. Yes, you told me that already. Twice.
And you agree with that?
No, I didn't agree with that.
Okay, so then tell me why you think Kyle coddles one player and throws the other player under the bus saying, see, this is why he's a backup.
Because he is the backup. He is the backup. There's no lies there. Trey Lance is the backup quarterback. Until he is no longer the backup, he is the backup. There's nothing wrong with what he said. We can sit here and say all the time that Kyle's wrong for coddling Jimmy Garoppolo because Jimmy didn't play well. But it's also the truth. Like, it's not the truth to where – what do I say this?
Nick, who played better tonight? Which quarterback played better?
Who played better tonight? I think Trey Lance played better tonight.
So why couldn't Kyle find something positive to say about Trey?
Because I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
You're asking me to give you an answer, and I don't know.
Right. So I want you.
I just don't agree with your statement that he shouldn't have said that he's the backup quarterback.
No, I never said that he shouldn't have said that. What you got to remember what my beef was with last week's presser. It wasn't that Jimmy played okay or whatever. My beef with him was that Kyle cannot say anything negative about Jimmy Garoppolo, but he can say something negative about any other player on this entire roster. And I don't think that's right. So then people were telling me, okay, well, they were just saying that because it's the quarterback position. That's the most important position. Well, now our hands are tied. We have to start Trey, and he's still saying something negative about that position. Why is it that Jimmy is above reproach? Even tonight, when he got benched or injured, he's still above reproach. Kyle is still making excuses for this guy when he won't do it for a single other player on this roster. Don't answer that part. Just tell me that you at least understand what my gripe is before we continue.
I already said that I understand where you're coming from, but I don't agree with it.
So then tell me why you don't agree with Kyle criticizes every player except Jimmy.
Because Kyle's criticized Jimmy as well.
When? Tell me one time during the season that Kyle's criticized Jimmy, and what did he say?
He hasn't criticized Jimmy by going out and getting another quarterback?
No.
Jimmy?
I said during the season. Tell me one time during the season. We are now 4 weeks in. Tell me one time during the season Kyle's criticized Jimmy.
Okay,
negatively.
well, so then change your statement to where he's never criticized Jimmy in the regular season.
No,
he's criticized Jimmy.
My statement was, tell me one time this season Kyle's criticized Jimmy negatively. He has not done it. Not once. Tell me why. Tell me one time Kyle's done it.
I can't tell you.
Okay. So then don't you see the problem?
You can't say that he's never criticized Jimmy. You can say that he's never criticized Jimmy this season in these 4 games, but he's criticized Jimmy before. As the starting quarterback in the offseason, he criticized the shit out of him.
He is not criticized.
You can't just forget that. He went out and replaced him and traded up. And
no. Okay.
He criticized him.
I get you. And now maybe you weren't on here then. I'm thinking that Kyle didn't want Lance. You
already said that. You said you think he wanted Mac Jones.
I'm thinking that Chris Sims was right, that Kyle actually wanted Jones.
And I said I don't agree with that.
You're saying you don't agree with it, but why is it that he won't criticize anybody, that he only criticizes or only won't criticize Jimmy?
I don't know why, but I don't think that has anything.
I'm looking for justification to it.
Okay, but I'm not the person to give you justification for that. Kyle's has to be the one that gives you justification for that. I don't know what the justification is. I can't. If I sit here and tell you, it doesn't matter what I tell you. It doesn't mean it's right or incorrect.
None of us know what's right. None of us know what's factual.
Correct.
We're only speaking opinions. I'm asking your opinion as to why Jimmy is above
my opinion
reproach.
is because Kyle Shanahan feels like Trey Lance wasn't ready to go in. He's the backup quarterback. That's his opinion. That's why Trey is not starting over Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I felt the same way.
Allowed to say that.
Yes, and I agree with you, and I feel the same way. I feel that Trey is not ready to be the starter, and that's why Jimmy was in there. We both feel that way, right? Now, Jimmy is hurt, and he cannot start. So Kyle has to ride with Trey, yet he still threw dirt on Trey's name. Do you understand the difference?
But it's not. That's what I'm saying. You think it's dirt. I don't. I don't think it's dirt. Trey Lance coming into this game was the backup quarterback. That is not dirt. That's facts.
Did Kyle say
just
that?
Because you don't agree with the way that he said it doesn't mean it's dirt.
Did Kyle say that's why Trey is the number 2 or was the number 2?
He said is.
Exactly. Trey's no longer the number 2 if he's got to start.
Bro, okay.
That's why he's.
You're looking at this a whole different way than I am. You're looking way far into it.
That's why he's the number 2 quarterback, Nick. Even when Trey is about to be the starter.
It looked like a typical first game. That's why he's the number 2 quarterback. Right. So going forward, going up to this point, he was the number 2 quarterback. That's why he looked the way that he did.
Do you know what he's means? Do you know what HE''S means? That means he is. I'm not trying to be difficult, bro. I want you to look
You're definitely trying to be difficult.
No,
because I'm giving you my opinion and you just keep going on about it.
Because I feel like what you're saying is
because I'm not agreeing with you. I'm not agreeing with you.
But Nick, it's not about agreeing with me, bro.
It is.
No, I want you to understand Kyle's words for what he said.
I already understand them. I'm telling you my reasoning behind it. Trey Lance was the backup quarterback.
I didn't click that. If I did, I didn't mean to. Is Trey Lance the backup next week?
No.
So why is it he is?
Because we're talking about how he played this week. This week has nothing to do with him being a starter, Mike.
Nick, he was the number 2 versus he is the number 2 are two different statements.
Mike,
you know that
he was to this game right now until they find out what Jimmy Garoppolo is injured wise. He's still the second quarterback on the roster depth.
Okay.
He has not started a game yet.
Okay. Where would you like to take the discussion?
We can take the discussion anywhere you want, but I'm not going to – I keep giving you my opinion, and you just keep going back and forth.
I just let it go. I just let it go. Where would you like to take the discussion?
What about this defense?
Defense played great until
You think the defense played great in the second half?
The defense played great until the quarterbacks didn't give them anything to play for. Absolutely.
Okay, so the defense doesn't deserve any blame?
No, absolutely not. Because we should have been up 28-0 in the first half.
How are we going to be up 28-0 when our coach is a coward and can't go for it on fourth downs and be aggressive?
We should have been up 28-0 because our coach should have been able to call plays that suited his player and personnel. And he could not do it. True or false?
Oh, you don't got to ask me.
So
you're the one that bitched at me when I said go for a 4th and 8 and told me I was an idiot.
That is still a dumb decision,
it's not.
in my opinion.
That whole game changed after that.
Still a dumb decision in my opinion.
Did the whole game change after that?
No.
Yes, it did.
No, it did not. The game was changing way before then. The game was changing before then, bro.
No, it wasn't.
Nick, we only scored
right then.
Nick, no, it did not. That was our third or fourth drive. We only scored on our first drive in the first half. We had 3 more unsuccessful drives. That was not when the turning point happened in this game, Nick. That's not when the turning point was, bro. And if we can't get a simple first down, we had 3 attempts to get 10 yards. We got 2. So now on one more attempt, you think we're going to get 8? That doesn't make any sense still to me. I'm not saying that other people have to agree with me. I don't care. What I'm saying is, to me, that's a dumbass decision. To think that we're going to get 8 yards on one play when we couldn't get 10 on 3. The math is not in your favor for that decision. It didn't make any sense.
Okay, you're right. The math isn't in your favor. But what's the difference when you don't have your kicker? When you don't have your kicker, knowing you don't have your kicker, you knew in warm-ups that you didn't have your kicker. Not when the kicker was supposed to come out. You knew in warm-ups, hence the reason why he was dressed, was because he had no injury until warm-ups. Why can you not be aggressive? Whether it's 4th and 8, whether it's fucking 4th and 10. We've seen people go for 4th and fucking 16. Why can you not be aggressive when you just controlled the entire first quarter?
Because we couldn't get 10
It doesn't matter. You still gave them the ball on the same spot.
I'm telling you exactly why. In my
you're
opinion,
you're in your zone at the fucking 27 or the 30, wherever we were.
Down and distant. The position on the field doesn't make a difference. We could not get 10 yards on 3
Okay,
tries.
so every time we go out there with a 2nd and 10, we shouldn't go for it because we can't get 10 yards?
No, because now you have 2 tries to try to get 10 yards. You're not trying to get 10 yards on the first try.
And what would have been the difference?
We were running for 6.5 a pop at that point. 6.5 a pop. And then there we are looking at 4th and 8. No, it does not make sense to me to try to go for it then. But we discussed this at the halftime show. Why are we on this again?
Because I just don't agree with it.
Okay.
I don't agree that I think our coach is a pansy and is afraid to go for things when it matters the most. I don't care if it's 4th and 8. Your defense just shut them down the entire first quarter. Didn't give a single first down. You're in your territory. You put the game over the top at 14-0. If you get a first down, you can have the opportunity to score. Instead, you kick with a guy who doesn't kick field goals at all. You miss it and still give him the ball at the same spot.
Right. So
be aggressive.
So it was the same result.
Right. So why not go for it?
Because it's the same result. We go for it. We don't get it. They get the ball back. We try to get points. We don't get it. They get the ball back. One of them could possibly end in points. The other one does not. We were not going to convert a 4th and 8. Jimmy could not do it. The offense, forget Jimmy for a second. The offense.
You couldn't have brought Trey Lance in and went for it?
No, because Trey Lance didn't play the whole first half. No.
Doesn't matter. We bring in Trey Lance on the goal lines at 4th down.
That wasn't goal line. It was 4th and 8. It wasn't 4th and 1. It wasn't 3rd and 1. It wasn't goal line. It wasn't red zone.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm tired of the sit back and you're taking a field goal with a guy who's never kicked a field goal ever when you could have tried. And if you don't, they get the ball in the same spot. They get the ball in the same spot. It doesn't hurt anything. You go for get the first down.
Because one possibility could result in points. That's the difference.
And we got no points.
Okay.
So be aggressive.
But what if he made it? Then what? I don't understand. I don't know why we're back here again. We did this already in the halftime show. We did this already. Because one option could result in points. You take the points. This is the NFL. This ain't arena football. This ain't college ball. This is the NFL. Points are hard to come by. So if you have an opportunity to possibly make points, you go for the points.
Okay.
I don't know what we're arguing about right now.
Okay. Well, I'm not arguing. I'm telling you my opinion. You don't agree. I don't want to ever hear you say go for it on 4th and longer than 5 ever again.
When have you ever heard me say that once? We've been doing this show for 4 or 5 years.
You never said that Kyle Shanahan needs to be more aggressive?
Not on the 4th and long.
Bro. You're tripping.
Nick, I know me. You've never heard me say go for it on 4th and long unless
since you knew the kicker wasn't if the kicker wasn't there, you knew you would still say go for the field goal with a non-kicking field goal kicker.
If they thought that Mitch Wisnowski could have possibly made that kick, he had the distance and everything. The only thing he did was kick it too far to the left. He had the distance. The distance wasn't the problem.
Did he make it?
No, he didn't make it.
All right, so then it's a moot point. He didn't make it.
It's not a moot point.
He missed the extra point too, right? Did he miss the extra point too?
It's not a moot point at all because
did he miss the extra point too? Did he miss the extra point too?
Did he?
Did he? I'm asking you. Did he?
I'm asking you. Did he miss the?
No,
extra
I'm
point?
asking you. I know what he did. Did he miss the extra point too?
Yeah. So.
Okay, so why do you when you don't need the 2-point conversion? Why do you try your offense out there to go for 2 because you don't trust your kicker? And then you get a penalty.
It was only a 1-yard play when you went for it the first time.
No, it wasn't more than 1 yard.
No bullshit, Nick.
It's more than 1 yard. The extra point is more than 1 yard.
Nick, you're full of shit, bro. If you go for the 2-point conversion, it's a 1-yard play. Yes, but we had a penalty, Nick. We had a penalty, bro, and then they had to pull it back, and that's why he went to go kick it because we can't convert 4th and longs because we can't convert blank and longs. That's why. That's exactly why they
Trey Lance converted 4th and 10.
That's why they kicked
Trey Lance converted 4th and 10, right?
Because the down and distance is different.
Did Trey Lance convert a 4th and 10 tonight?
I don't know if it was 4th and 10. I don't know.
4th and 10. He got 13 on it. 4th and 10.
Who was the quarterback then?
Trey Lance.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
It was Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback.
No, I'm saying we brought Trey Lance and converted a 4th and 10.
It was 4th and 8, and it was Jimmy Garoppolo. It was not Trey Lance, Nick.
Are you listening to me?
You're moving the goalposts, bro. Pick an argument and stick with it.
Earlier, I said you could have brought Trey Lance in and went for the 4th and 8.
And Trey Lance didn't have a single snap all.
It doesn't matter.
Half. It does matter.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. You're not going to go for it with Jimmy. That's what he did.
Okay. You still missed the extra point. Mitch Wisnowski didn't make a single field goal or extra point tonight.
Because he's not that guy. That's not his job.
It bit you in the ass.
And we weren't going to convert with Jimmy in there either.
Okay. So be a fucking coach and scheme something up and utilize something different if you don't trust your quarterback.
Nick, if he could have schemed up 8 yards, you don't think we would have done it on first
you
or
said
second
to
down?
me that we couldn't convert a 4th and 8. Trey Lance converted a 4th and 10 tonight and got 13 yards. I
said we couldn't convert a 4th and 8 with Jimmy.
And I said bring Trey Lance in, and you're making an excuse that he didn't have a snap all night.
That's not what you said at first. You didn't say that until after I said what I said.
Bullshit. Earlier I said bring Trey Lance in then and try to convert it. And you said he hasn't played a snap all game.
You know this is a recorded thing that people can go
back
and listen
to. Yes, I do know
right?
It's a recorded thing.
And you did not say that until after I said that it was Jimmy in there. You didn't say it, Nick.
Mike, I'm talking about earlier, bro. Earlier.
We're going to sit here and argue on 1 point for the rest of the show?
No, I'm not.
Something that we discussed at halftime? We're
I
going
want
to sit
you
here
to
and
go
stick
back
on
and
this
listen
again?
to it. And I said, bring Trey Lance in then and try to convert the fourth down instead of kicking with a
even
non-field goal kicker.
And even then, there was still no guarantee that it happened. So my point is,
And there's no
you're in the
guarantee that you make the field goal either.
Yeah. So
You're playing
what?
a divisional game. Go
Whether
for it.
if it was Robbie Golden there, there's still no guarantee that you make it. That's not what the point was, Nick. That's not what the point was. It was a makeable distance with any kicker. That's all it was. We've seen Justin Tucker miss kicks that are gimmies, and Justin Tucker is the best kicker in NFL history, and he's missed kicks before. That's not the point. It was a makeable distance. You try that. You try to take the points when your offense has been stagnant, Nick. I don't know what the fuck we're arguing about right now, bro. I don't get the gripe right here. Neither one of us are saying that it was a good offensive plan to get the first down in the first place. Both of us are saying that it was inadequate offenses. Now what we're disagreeing on is whether or not it should have been a field goal attempt or go for it on 4th and 8. And in my opinion, it's safer to go for the 3 points. And in your opinion, you thought it was safer or smarter, whichever one you think, to go for it on 4th and 8. And that's the part I disagree with. You disagree with me going for 3 points, and I disagree with you going for it on 4th and 8. But we already discussed this. I don't know why we're getting caught up on this right now. I don't know what that has to do with the rest of the game plan. I don't know what that has to do with Jimmy versus Trey. I don't know what that has to do with Kyle Shanahan and his play calling abilities. Kyle Shanahan
has everything to do with Kyle Shanahan and his play calling abilities.
Kyle Shanahan and this offense let the defense down in the first half. And in my opinion, we should have had at least 24 points in the first half because that defense was playing lights out. And if we got those 24 points, this is a whole different game.
That's exactly why you go for it on 4th and 8, because your defense is playing lights out. You're literally saying the same shit that I'm trying to say, Mike, but you didn't trust your defense to take the ball over at our own 30.
I'm not saying the same thing because I'd rather take the points.
And you came out with no points.
Yeah. I'd rather try
for
the point.
Point in the game. That's a turning point in the game. We didn't score again until late in the second.
When Trey was in there. So, How about this? We both agree that Jimmy's not the guy to convert 4th and longs. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I've been saying that.
Okay.
That's why I said you don't need to bring Jimmy in at 4th and 8. You could have brought Trey in.
Okay.
And you said he didn't have a snap all game.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Be the coach and call the play.
So then why wasn't Trey in earlier? Now I'm with you. Now I
don't know why Trey wasn't in earlier, but I told you earlier that you could have brought Trey in and tried for 4th and 8.
Right. So now I'm with you. Now I'm with you, bro. So what we're saying here is Jimmy shouldn't be the guy.
I've been saying that for the last 2 weeks, bro. I don't know.
Okay. So then why are you okay with Kyle Shanahan saying negative shit at the podium about Trey?
Because you take it as a negative. I don't take it as a negative.
And only positive shit about Jimmy at the podium.
Because you take it as a negative. I don't take it as a negative. That's your perspective on it. My perspective is Trey Lance was the backup quarterback. Trey Lance is the backup quarterback. This is why he was the backup quarterback. If he wasn't ready to play.
If somebody typed in the chat right now, Nick can't run a Nothing But Niners show on his own. He needs Mike. Nick is Mike B, and Mike is Mike A. If somebody said that, you would be like, fuck you guys. I can run a show by myself. I don't need Mike here. I've done it before. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's an insult for somebody to say that you're only a backup. That's exactly what Kyle said about Trey. It's an insult.
Okay, you take it as an insult. I don't.
You literally just said you do take it as an insult. You just said, yeah. When I just asked you,
I would take somebody saying that to me as an insult. Yes. I don't take what Jimmy Garoppolo or he said about Trey Lance. I don't take that as a because that is the truth. He is the backup. I'm
Nick,
not a backup to you. This is our show, mine and yours. That is not.
If I said, guys, I'm not going to be on the next show. Listen to me. If I said, guys, I'm not going to be on the next show because I have to get a surgery done, right? And they said in the chat, I'm not going to watch it because Mike is the Mike A, not Nick. I'm not going to watch it because it's going to be a bad show, right? If people were saying that in the chat, you would feel insulted. Yes, you would. You would feel insulted, same way I would feel insulted if somebody said it about you not being on the show. That's normal. That's natural human feelings. That if somebody said that the show is going to be bad without one or the other person's going to feel slighted. I don't
And
need you to agree with me
there's a
because that's the
difference,
truth.
though, Mike.
It's not a difference, Nick.
There
Because
is a difference.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because we already know Jimmy's not coming next week. We already know that. So for Kyle to go out there and say that, he's insulting Trey Lance. Trey Lance is not the backup next week. He's the starter. It's an insult for Kyle to say that to Trey at the podium. It's an insult.
Okay. I mean, I don't take it as an insult, but okay. If that's the way you take it, then that's fine. I think your analogy is two different total things. I'm not a backup to you. I'm not a backup to you. I've never been a backup to you.
Is Trey Lance a backup to Jimmy?
Yes, he was.
Why?
Because he's a rookie. That's why. I'm not a rookie.
So only because he's a rookie. God, do you see any of the contributions? We missed a $20 contribution. We missed a $10 one. James Jefferson. All right. Trey Willie says, fellows, keep in mind that maybe Kyle is trying to get something of value in trade for Jimmy at the end of the season. What do you think? I don't think that's the case. They benched him. The value is gone, in my opinion. What do you think, Nick?
They didn't bench him. He got injured. They didn't bench him.
Okay.
So if Jimmy was healthy, they would have taken him out?
I'm not going to. Nope. He got injured. That's fine. I'm going to ride with you. Do you think that he's trying to get something of value out of Jimmy at the end of the season or by week 8? Because that's when the trade deadline is.
No. It says at the end of the season. I would say yes for at the end of the season. Yes.
All right. I'm still going to say
I don't think they trade Jimmy Garoppolo in midseason. Either way, healthy or not.
You're right. People can see the tape and they know Jimmy Garoppolo is not a good quarterback. They see that already. Oh my God. Where did the hell all the comments are going? I was trying to click the contributions. Justin Jefferson.
They're all going.
Do you see any of them?
No.
Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I tried to get you your contributions. One of them was a $20 one. One was a $10 one. I can't find them. I'm sorry, guys.
That's so stupid that they disappeared.
Yeah, I don't like that. My apologies, guys. I'm really, really sorry about that.
It should stay on there until you at least click it.
Right. Let me see if I can go on the YouTube page and pull it, at least read what they were. I am deeply sorry about that, guys. It's not what our Nick nor myself wanted that to happen. So we're sorry about that, guys.
He's not sorry. Let's see here. Yo, people love when me and you go at it. It's the funniest shit. Like, I don't know. I can't mess with these guys. I'm not getting worked up, Callie. I'm not getting worked up. I'm completely fine. Look, Trey Lance, I thought played. I'm not going to look at his stats because he had great stats. I'm not going to look at his stats. I think he made some mistakes. I think he played well at times. I think he played horrible at times. But like I said earlier, there's 3 things that I liked about Trey Lance tonight. 1, he moved around in the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, trying to make a play. He didn't take off right away. 2, the second thing was he kept plays alive, kept drives alive with his feet. He moved around the pocket, got outside when he needed to. I think there was one play where he went up the middle when the pocket was closing and he should have went to the outside instead of going up the middle. But that's all things you'll learn. He's going to learn. The speed is different in an NFL game. And then 3, like I said about the Debo throw, I don't think Jimmy sees that or pulls the trigger on that. So he pulled the trigger. He saw it. He pulled the trigger. He threw it.
Thank you, Miss Debbie. James Jefferson's $10 contribution says Kyle's aggression is 0 because he relied too much on our defense to bail his offense out. I agree. And that's not what Kyle was brought in here for. Kyle was brought in here to overcome the weaknesses in the defense. And he's not doing that. So it's sad. This is not what Kyle was brought in here for. And yet and still he relies on the defense to keep his teams alive. That's not good because the defense was pitching a literal shutout in the first half of the game. And the offense just couldn't do shit with it.
I don't want to hear shit about the defense in the first. I really don't. Because you didn't trust your defense at all. So I don't care what anybody says.
Okay. I didn't ask what you thought about that at all. The fact is,
I know you didn't. I'm
was
just
shut out
stating
in
my
the first
opinion.
half, and Kyle's offense couldn't do anything with it at all. And that's a huge and massive disappointment. Kyle is better than that. Kyle Shanahan, the game planner, the offensive schemer, is better than that. And he owes that defense more points than 7 when they pitch 5 consecutive 3-and-outs. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Your offense gives you 5 consecutive 3-and-outs. Get a field goal. Get something to show for it, other than a touchdown on your first and opening drive. And he couldn't do it. Nobody in here is satisfied with that. Master Chef says, I think Jimmy injury is fake and was pulled because he was doing bad. Lance came in and wasn't panicking in the pocket. Good scrambling. Master Chef, I completely agree with you, man. But what do I know? I completely agree with you. I don't think that it was an injury at all.
So
According
what
to Jimmy,
happens tomorrow after the MRI comes out and he's out for 6 to 8 weeks?
I still don't care.
It was a fake
I still
injury.
don't care. Jimmy was on the sideline, still in his jersey. If it was that kind of injury, he would have took his jersey off. He didn't take the jersey off. He only took the helmet off. If Jimmy was completely done at the end of the game, they would have took his jersey off. We've seen players get hurt before the first half is over, and they come out and they're in regular street clothes. Jimmy was not in street clothes. So, no, I don't believe it. I think Jimmy was still healthy enough to go out there and play. My opinion.
I disagree. And I think there were times Trey panicked in the pocket. That's just my opinion, though. I think he got better as the game went along. But the first 2 series, I think there were times he panicked in the pocket.
But this isn't.
He threw the ball at people's feet, and he threw the ball high. There were times he panicked. Let's be real.
Niner, are you crazy?
Niner, you're nuts.
Cut that shit out. The you know what the point though is this, at least in my opinion, it's not about Jimmy or Trey. It's about coming up with a game plan for whoever you have in there. I don't care if it's Jimmy. I don't care if it's Trey. I don't care if it's Sermon. I don't care if it's Mitchell. I don't care if it's what's Jaquez's last name or Jaquez Patrick. I don't care if it's Patrick Sermon. I don't care if it's Ayuk, if it's Sherfield. You got to come up with a play or plays that suit your offensive personnel. And we could not move the ball. That is the problem. It's not about the quarterback that was in there. It's not. It's not about the quarterback that was in there. None of that is what the big problem is. It's that this guy is in Kyle, would not come up with an effective game plan. That's what it is. That's my problem with everything that we saw tonight. Kyle's better than that, or at least we hired him to be better than that. That's why he was brought in. He's supposed to be this offensive genius, and he wasn't doing it. It's just sad. It's sad. Nick Donald, thanks for the contribution. He says, I think Kyle is trying to be fired to go to Minnesota next year to be with Cousins next year. I hope that's not the case. Oh, what are your thoughts on this, Nick?
That's my thoughts. No, that's not true. I don't think Kyle's trying to be fired or lose games. I don't agree with that. I think Kyle will be here for a while. It's just Kyle's been making some silly, I won't even say stupid, some silly decisions lately. And he hasn't been putting the team in the right position to win. So players in the right position. So Ali Bear says $10 contribution. Hey, professors, I am at work, but had to check in with y'all. I'll be honest, I'm sad again, but I wanted to send you aloha for all you folks do to keep us informed and keep me educated. Mahalo. We appreciate you, Ali. But I wanted to get those before they disappeared, so. Oh, James Jefferson, you didn't need to put that back up there again.
Yeah, we read it, bro.
Yeah.
Miss Debbie found it and put it in here for you. But thank you again for the contribution.
I don't know. It's just look, this is the overreaction show. I can't wait to go back and break down this film and watch the game again, see where the differences were. Sloppy Dickens says if Mike Zimmer phoned up now and said, I'll give you Kirk for Trey, he'd do it. That's the crazy thing. I highly doubt that. But
I don't know, man. From Kyle's comments, I don't think he wanted Trey.
oh my God.
That's how I feel right now. Nothing
right.
about Kyle's comments tonight says that he wanted Trey. It sounds to me like Kyle was wanting another guy, and Trey was the person that Lynch said, I'm drafting and make it work. Here's this comment here. I don't know if you saw this one or not, Nick. Let me get this contribution off of here so you can see it fully. Hopefully Jimmy is not as bad as we think, but Trey is here for a reason. We want him to be fully ready, but sometimes you don't have that luxury. He's still insulting Trey, even in this comment here. And I just don't get why he's going out of his way to say something negative about Trey Lance. I don't get it.
I don't know. I guess we look at negativity wrong.
You don't see anything. You don't see anything negative in this comment?
They're straight facts, dude. They're the truth.
That's not what I asked.
I'm saying I don't see it. They're facts. They are literally facts. We want him to be fully ready, but sometimes you don't have that luxury. They don't have the luxury of making Trey Lance completely ready. He was the backup quarterback who doesn't get any snaps. That's the way you prepare for a season. Your starter is your starter. Your backup is your backup. There's nothing negative on that.
How many times how many times did you hear Kyle say that about Nick Mullins? Okay, don't answer that. How many times did you hear Kyle say that about CJ Beathard?
I've heard him say plenty about backup quarterbacks.
You've never heard them say that.
He didn't say, oh, well, we shouldn't be out here playing with backup quarterbacks 3 games in a row.
3 games in a row is not the same as coming in for the second half.
All right.
Kyle
we'll see next week, Nick, I guess. I don't know what you're reading.
You want to talk about facts? Kyle has never said that about another backup quarterback on this roster. Not one time. Not one time has Kyle ever said that about a backup quarterback. Now tell me I'm lying. You can't, because Kyle has never said that before.
Okay,
never.
But I don't take what he said as a bad thing.
You don't have to take it as a bad thing. I'm not asking you to take it as a bad thing. What I'm telling you is that, in my opinion, it's a bad thing, and he's going out of his way to say negatives about one quarterback and only be positive about another quarterback, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not asking you to agree with me. What I'm saying is what I see. Kyle is going out of his way to sugarcoat shit and coddle one guy, and he has no problem being blunt and completely honest with everybody else. I'm not asking you to agree with me. That's what I see. That's what I see. Miss Debbie says Trey was put in without having first team reps in practice. I believe with practice, Trey will flourish. Miss Debbie, I hope you're right. I really, really hope you're right. I don't know what the outcome is going to be next week. I do think that Trey will beat the Cardinals, who just beat the brakes off of the Rams. I don't know what the final score was, but last time I looked, it was like 30-something to light 20s. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Look at this. Look, hey, Nick, I'm drunk, and I don't even have any alcohol in my system. That's crazy, right? If people knew the medications I was hopped up on, they would think I was crazy, because I'm trying to fight this cold. I'm sitting here with tissues in my nose all night long, but I'm not drunk.
I know earlier I was going to ask you what the fuck is in your nose, because it looked like you had a big-ass boogie hanging.
I got all these tissues here. I'm so congested and sick right now. It's not even funny.
You got COVID?
Nah, I wish it was COVID, because I would just go to sleep and sleep that shit off. This ain't COVID. But I got a sore throat. My eyes are hurting. My throat is bad. My nose won't stop running. It's just nasty, man. But
our guy Frank says, bad loss, but excited for Trey after today. Thanks, NBN. Appreciate you, Frank.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Jaeger comes in here too. Kyle is not a leader. Dude doesn't lift his players. Shows in how the offense. On the flip side, you look at the defense, and they play hard for D'Amico, even though the defense is less talented. You know, Nick, did you see the reaction to Debo after his touchdown from Trey Lance, the deep pass down the right sideline? Did you notice what Debo did after that touchdown?
No, because I think I tore my ACL on that.
You were celebrating like crazy, huh?
Bro, I jumped up and I landed and my knee buckled and my knee is swollen and really hurts right now. So my girlfriend said, you have to stop doing that because you're not 30 or 25 anymore. You're 40. And she's 100% right, because my knee is killing me right now.
Tell him, Jess.
Killing me. But
all that rah-rah shit is a young man sport, and Theraflu is disgusting.
Bro, I am getting old.
But after
I didn't see it. Did he celebrate? I think Trey doesn't really celebrate with touchdowns. I think he acts like
it wasn't Trey. Debo turned around and was looking for the quarterback. Like, and he gave him the 5, and he like helmet to helmet was talking mad shit in his ear. Like, I told you got this. Like, you could do this. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
I never saw Trey do that with the touchdown after Jimmy. Now, maybe it was because it was his first one to Debo.
Well, in the presser, they asked him what he said, and he said that he's like, just go out there and play. We got your back. Like, because it was his first time going out there, and he has to bring confidence to the offense. And that's for any kid. I mean, the kid's 21 years old on a big ass stage playing against a division rival. Like, you want your players to bulk him up like that, like boost him up, I guess you could say. So,
yeah, absolutely, man. I just thought it was a thing of beauty. I like seeing the players look for the inexperienced quarterback and just rally behind them. Like, we got you. We're here with you.
I like this new version of Debo.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I like that. This is the same Debo. He's just healthy now, and they're using him in a couple different ways. That's all. It's the same.
Big shout to me also using those 2 tight end sets for Ross Dwelly tonight.
Big shout out to me. Wow.
Ross Dwelly with the TD, baby. Look at them hands. He's better than George Kittle. Oh, let me stop.
George Kittle dropped a third down conversion tonight.
Yo, I thought he was done for the year, though, with that leg.
Do you put that on Jimmy?
Yeah, it was a high ball.
That was ugly, man.
But there were some high balls, too, from Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with these quarterbacks throwing high.
I completely agree, man. That shit was ugly. That was ugly. Go ahead. You got this one, man. This one's on you.
Sean. Yo, I want to know what you're eating in your profile picture, man, because it's the weirdest profile picture I've seen. Actually, no.
I think it's white rice.
Is it white rice? I think it's like rice pudding. Ugh. Yeah, it's right. But anyway, Sean says, guys, I am sad. I'm starting to think Kyle needs to go. Seriously, bad play calling, holding on to Jimmy instead of trading. No effing corners. Sad. Look, I thought Kirkpatrick played pretty well tonight. Other than that ticky-tacky pass interference call, I thought he played pretty well. I mean, Lockett only had 20-some yards receiving. Metcalf started to eat a little bit, but he didn't break 50, I don't think. So corners, I think, played well. I agree on the bad play calling. Holding on to Jimmy, I think, is due to the fact that Trey just isn't ready or wasn't ready. He's got to be ready now. But no, I can't say no effing corners because we thought they were going to get toasted tonight with DK and Lockett, and they definitely did.
Metcalf had 4 catches for 65 yards.
I'll show you. He did break 50.
Yeah, Alex Collins had 2 for 34. Lockett had 4, but for only 24.
Right.
Freddie Swain had 3 for 20. I mean, the wide receivers weren't the problem.
No, it definitely wasn't. And then the miracle Russell Wilson play, as always. The missed tackle in the backfield for the sack and the spin around and just has Swain there.
Yeah.
I thought Mosley played great. I thought Kirkpatrick played good.
You know what's crazy is I felt like Alex Collins was killing us. That's the guy with the dreads that was going crazy, right? The running back. He only had 44 yards.
He had a big fourth quarter. That was it.
Right. He had 44.
The touchdown was like 17 yards. So that's half of the yards rushing. How long was the longest?
Can you hear me?
What was his longest for the touchdown?
Who?
Collins.
It doesn't say long what I'm looking at here. I can click it and try to pull it up, but I wanted to tell you these numbers though. And this is why I blame Kyle and not the players. Not Jimmy, right? Not Trey. I blame Kyle. Listen to how one-sided this was, okay? Total yards, Seattle, 234. Bro, they didn't get 250 yards. Any professional team gets that, except for Houston tonight, right? 234 yards. We had 457. Passing yards. Seattle had only 129 total passing yards. We had 314. Rushing yards. Seattle only had 105. We had 143. Yards per play. Seattle had 4.3. We had 6.3. First downs, Seattle had 14. We had 23 first downs, Nick. They ran 54 plays. We ran 72. Like, Nick, this is not like Kyle. This is on Kyle. It's not on the players. Kyle's got to do better, man. He's got to do better. Oh boy. I just clicked back to the screen. I saw the contribution. Go ahead. You can read it.
He says lies, lies, lies. Fire this man. Jeff Bernardo, $4.99. 28-3 is his legacy. So tired of his lies. He lies to us, and we just accepted it.
Can I defend him?
Yeah, please do.
Kyle doesn't have to tell the truth to us.
Doesn't have to say anything.
It sounds so corny, right?
It's not our wives.
My wife might watch the show back, but I'll say it now. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. She ain't gonna see this part, right? Sometimes you don't tell people the truth because it'll hurt their feelings. And if you care about people, you care about their feelings. So you don't say the truth, especially if it's not going to change anything in the future. Kyle doesn't owe us the absolute. People want to know how many times you're going to run Trey Lance. How many passing attempts Trey Lance going to have? How many carries are you going to have for Trey Sermon? How many carries are you going to have for Elijah Mitchell? We don't need to know any of that. If the faithful had it their way, they would know all of that information going into a game. Kyle doesn't owe us any of that, guys. Not a single tidbit of it. Not one bit. And the truth of the matter is, even if he wanted to tell us that, he shouldn't tell us that because that's the game plan. You understand what I'm saying? He shouldn't tell us any of that information. But what I will say is this. I would like him to be honest with his assessment on the players that he's got. And if he is being honest, we are in trouble. Because what I get from tonight, Kyle does not like Trey Lance. Kyle does not think Trey Lance is ready. And because Trey Lance is going to be the starter going forward, we're in trouble. If that's if that's how Kyle feels about Trey, we're in trouble.
This is where Kyle Shanahan, it doesn't matter what Trey is ready for. He needs to be a goddamn coach and make him ready.
Oh,
what he has to do.
We got to discuss this really.
No, we didn't read that last comment. You didn't read the last comment. You just clicked off of it.
I'm sorry.
And now it's gone.
There's no there. Yeah. Go ahead.
King Ball says this is a blessing in disguise. Now the vets have no choice but to accept Trey as a starter for the next few weeks. That will play dividends.
I like that assessment.
Yeah, they have no choice. Just like I just said about Kyle Shanahan, he has no choice. He has to get the kid ready. He has to do what he has to.
People kept saying that Trey wasn't in there for the locker room's sake. Well, now that excuse is gone. And that's what Voss is saying here, right? So I like that. I like that a lot. But what was I about to say? Damn it. I forgot. What was I saying, Nick? Help me.
You were about to bring up something else and you said we need to discuss this.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I don't think it becomes fully guaranteed.
It doesn't. We looked it up. It doesn't. It's like 4.2 million or something like that. It wasn't the full contract. We thought this the whole time, and that wasn't the case, though. We did think that. Oh, Nick Donald. Oh, wait, not Nick Donald, but we did. We thought that for a while, but that wasn't it. Mike, I am going to the game in Arizona next week. This man wants Bill B status for a non-Bill B resume. I'm ride or die, win or lose, section 134. You know, I appreciate that. And so am I. I'm going to watch and cheer my heart out. And Nick will tell you, I had Seattle winning this game all week long. I picked Seattle. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean I didn't want us to win. Doesn't mean I can't be upset with how we lost this game. Because what we saw from the defense was enough to win this game. It was. We can say what we want, but 5 consecutive punts and 7 points to show for it, it's not enough. It's not enough. The faithful deserve better. Here we go. This is what I was going to say right here. The Cannon thing, Nick. I can't move my mouse, but if you can get this comment off the screen. So there's a lot of people who were saying that Cannon shouldn't have caught that kickoff that landed at like the 2, and then it bounced. Oh, here's another contribution. Go ahead. I didn't see that one.
Mark Lamar says he says Trey's not ready, so he looks better later.
I can't make it make sense, bro. That's a Kyle thing. That's a Kyle thing. Can we get somebody else in here?
Who?
Can I bring Eric Crocker in?
Yeah, of course. Why can Eric Crocker never come in? He's still part of us.
I'm gonna text both of his numbers because I got 2 different numbers for him. And I don't know. I don't know if I was supposed to say that.
I got the Hollywood number.
Let me add, like, so people.
I got about another half hour.
People, no, it's fine. I don't want to be on that long anyway. People are killing.
I got early work, so
people are killing Cannon. There was a kickoff that landed at the 1 and it bounced backwards. It didn't bounce into the end zone. It went backwards. He jumped up and he caught it.
Yeah, it came forward. Yeah,
right. And people are killing him for that. And what they don't realize is that if he didn't get his hands on that ball or recover that ball, that's a live ball, and they could have recovered it down there.
Yeah.
And so people are killing him for that. That is not on Cannon. In fact, Cannon did the right thing by recovering that ball and getting down on it. I don't care if we were at the 3-yard line. He did the right thing by not giving them the ball at that spot. So,
yeah, but he did the wrong thing with the fumble.
What do you mean?
He should have just stayed down.
I mean, see, I said this.
I know it's in the heat of the moment thing. I understand that. It's not something that we can judge, but personally, you're already down. You were down for like a second or so. Like, just stay down. You know the players are going to be there. So when you were trying to get up, somebody punched the ball out. Like,
you were down for a second or so, and 4 players ran past you, right? There's only 11 players. Now the numbers are in your favor if you can get up and run down the field because there's already 4 guys that are behind you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at him for trying it there. Yes, that turnover was ugly. I understand all of that. And when it happened live and in regular speed, I thought maybe he was down. They showed the replay in slow motion. He wasn't. Boo-hoo. I get it.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't. I mean, at first I thought he was.
Right.
But that touchdown by DK wasn't a touchdown either.
Exactly. But if you look at that Cannon play, and this is where I'm going to say a name that people don't like to discuss, but remember Kyle Williams in that NFC Championship game against the Giants, right? The offense was so stagnant and had nothing going that people on special teams feel like, I got to step up because they can't do it. And we can sit here and say whatever we want. Hindsight is always 20/20 or better, right? But the offense was stagnant as fuck at that point in the game. I'm not mad at a special teams player thinking, I got the numbers on my side. Let me try to make a play.
Oh, I'm not mad at him. I'm just
no, but people are. That's what they're saying. Like,
I look back now and I'm just like, look, I mean, that's football. Like, you have to take the opportunities and the chances. I've been selling myself out for the 4th and 8, going on 4th and 8. I'm just saying, I would have liked to see him stay down so that we keep the ball there and not turn it over on the 10-yard line. So,
but if he got up and ran that in for a touchdown, everyone's like, "Oh shit, that was a great play."
That's a nice play, yeah,
right. And so that's what you know what? Forget the touchdown for a second. If he got up and ran that shit to the 40-yard line, we'd have been like, "Yo, that was a great play by him," to knowing he wasn't touched and he could get up and keep going.
Yeah,
we're looking at the end result and letting that dictate what we thought of the play, and you cannot do that in football, in any play. Right? There was a play where Jimmy threw an incomplete pass, and I thought it was one of Jimmy's best plays of the night. He shook a sack. They got off of him. He escaped to the right.
And they got batted at the line, like tipped at the line.
Yes.
And he was wide open too. Sanu was wide open on that.
Yes. And Jimmy was like, fuck. But I thought that was one of Jimmy's best plays of the night because he eluded the sack. He escaped the pocket and made a good throw.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about the results. That's what I want to see. I want to see these guys going out there and getting after it. And so when I make all of my decisions, when I give my assessments and all that stuff, it is not results-based. It's never results-based. Never. So
that was a great play. It was a great look. It's the same as you go back to the Super Bowl. The play call was there. It was just a great play by Frank Clark on knocking the ball down.
Right.
The receiver was open.
Or the throw to Emmanuel Sanders. Phenomenal play, right? He just missed him. He just fucking missed him, right? That was a great play by Jimmy. Great play by Kyle, the call. You know what I'm saying? Excellent route run by Sanders. He had the distance on him. He was open. Just didn't work in our favor. Nick, how many times last year did I defend Mike McGlinchey when you guys came in here and said, Mike, your boy is Dookie, right?
Mike McGlinchey killed us tonight.
Mike
though.
McGlinchey.
On
Nick,
the one penalty,
Nick,
that definitely killed us.
Nick, don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
I'm not going to start because I want to
Mike
get out of here.
McGlinchey's family, I just found this out. Mike McGlinchey's family lives 2 streets over from me. I just found that out. I had no idea that that his family lived this close.
Yeah, they live. They're from Philly. Well, they live in Morristown.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I was on the plane with them. I was on the plane with them going to this game last weekend.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that before all my Mike McGlinchey love.
The NFC Championship game, I sat right next to him too. Their whole family, the mom, the brother, the dad.
But my point with all that is this, though. I have never been a person that makes a decision or an assessment based off of the results, right? Mike McGlinchey will go out there for 70 plays and 69 of them will be A+. One play will be an F. And people will say, that guy's trash. He's
just
dookie.
Like tonight. That was garbage.
Right.
Dookie.
He's Dookie in Nick's words. And I'll be like, guys, Mike McGlinchey ain't that bad. It was just one play. It just happened to be at the worst possible fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I look at
just
games.
Tell him that he needs to start fucking up when it's not the worst possible time. And then he'll be okay.
There you go. All right, go ahead. This contribution's for you, bro.
Nah, Kyle never liked RG3, destroyed his career. Disagree. Lance was a Lynch to Bartolo pick. Kyle needs to spit the Jimmy Kool-Aid and give his salary to Bosa. Split. Spit or split? Spit.
He probably meant split.
No, spit the Jimmy Kool-Aid. So it's spit.
He's probably. You know what? They do a reaction show on the Locked On thing, so he might not.
Oh, he's probably doing that. Yeah.
I wanted to ask him how he thought the corners played tonight. I wasn't mad about the corner play.
No,
I don't know how you felt.
I thought the corners played fine.
Well, I mean, they played good.
I mean,
they played well, right?
For as bad as they should have played, thinking they were going to play up against 2 number 1 receivers and Tyler Lockett. Yeah, I got to spit. Yeah. Pause.
Oh, wait, but he said split. He said split right here.
Yeah, but why would you split Kool-Aid?
Oh, all right, never mind. I don't fucking know, bro.
Right, so that's why I said it's gotta be spit because you spit.
Yeah, I don't know. Man. Nick, you calm me down, man. I was all fired up. I was like, I had all this energy. You came in here and you calm me down. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. I was full of hot takes. I was full of hate, vitriol, and you calm me down. I don't like that, man. You gotta stop doing that shit to me, bro.
Sorry.
Nick, I don't know what's going on with Kyle Shanahan anymore, man. I don't know. I haven't known for 3 weeks straight now.
I've been on Kyle about this shit. So you're not talking to me.
Do you want a new coach?
No, I don't want a new coach. I don't think we can get better. Like, I think if we go with a new coach, we're going to be rebuilding for a couple of years. I think Kyle is the right coach. I think he just needs to get better at being a leader. And I think he needs to get better at being aggressive and play calling in the game. I think he's not putting players in the position to win as well as he was before. Like, I just want, like I said, I don't care. Like, yeah, he definitely needs to be held accountable. I think
let me ask you a question.
But
what does this mean?
Him.
What does this mean? When players say this, when people say this, he needs to be held accountable. What does this mean? Honestly, a pay cut? That can't happen. What does it mean to hold a coach accountable? I think what that means is us negatively discussing him in the limelight, no? What does it mean to hold somebody accountable? Honestly. And this isn't, I don't have an answer. This isn't one of those loaded questions where
I'm trying to think.
So I can give you something. I don't know what it means.
Think of a way you can hold him accountable. I'm not sure.
When you hold a player accountable, it's less snaps, less opportunities, right? Like you punish them for their bad and wrongdoings, right?
Can you say that he's on the hot seat?
No, I still don't think he's on the hot seat yet.
No, I'm saying, can you say that to hold him accountable? Like you have to turn this around?
I think after 5 years, yes. Right now, yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So is that a way that you can hold him accountable? Not to fire him, but just say, hey, look, this really has to change. Like,
they're speaking, bro. This is what they mean by hold him accountable.
yeah.
Who's gonna call plays if not Kyle? Y'all want Mike doofy ass Mike McDaniels? Have y'all heard him at the podium? Say it, Nick. I see you holding back. No, don't hold back, bro. Don't leave me on this ledge by myself. If not Kyle, then who?
Look, I just said I don't think Kyle needs to go anywhere. I don't think he needs to be fired. I just think that he needs to change because something has changed about Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan doesn't dig into his bag enough anymore. Like, it's just, to me, the old Kyle would have went for it on 4th and 8 tonight. Kyle would have gone for it. Like, he would have. Especially, and then his explanation would have been, well, Robbie Gould got hurt in warmups. We didn't have a kicker, so we decided we were just going to try and go for it. Or you're in control of the game right there. Your defense is playing a hell of a game right there. Even though we didn't convert on it, I still think it was the best decision for our team and an opportunity to score points. And then if you don't convert there, you're only giving the ball at the 30 and you're in your own zone anyway, and you have that faith in your defense who's been playing lights out. That's the old Kyle. The new Kyle's like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. You think his bag is empty?
I don't think his bag is empty. I just think that I don't
Come
know.
on, Nick. You know what his hands are tied, bro. He's playing with limited guys. Both quarterbacks are limited. One doesn't know enough, and the other one is physically incapable of executing certain things. Tell the truth. This is not a Jimmy or Lance thing. This is both quarterbacks cannot do what Kyle needs to be done consistently. True or false?
It's probably true, but I don't think that Trey is the guy who can't do it.
I hate how
completely.
you refuse to agree with me fully. You do this shit on purpose. This is what makes our show great, but I hate that you do that shit. I hate that you just said it's probably true because you know that it's fully true, but you said it in a way that's like, I can't give Mike 100% on this one.
Well, I can't because the way you phrase it. So you're saying that they can't do anything. I think that if Trey Lance is given the opportunity, he can do it. Right now, he can't.
Wait, but what I said was Jimmy is physically limited, and Trey Lance is mentally limited in his knowledge of the system in the playbook. I think that you agree both of those are true because you said
as of right now, yes, neither one of those quarterbacks can do anything. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying. So the way you phrased it, I don't want to say that Trey can't do it because I think Trey can do it with the opportunity.
Eventually,
yes.
Right now, no.
Right. No, that's why I said. Okay. That's why I said that's probably true. But I don't want to say that it's completely true because if I say that he can't do it, that means he can't do it, like ever. I think that he cannot do it right now with the preparation that he receives. So, because he doesn't receive any preparation. So once he goes, yo, screw you, Callie. I love you.
Callie's the man. Callie thinks from a logical standpoint, not an emotional one.
No,
I like Callie.
Callie thinks from a logical standpoint because he agrees with you. When he agrees with me, you don't think he thinks from a
That's not true. Yo, no, that's not true. Callie can tell you him and I disagree, and I give him his props. He'll tell you that. Don't do that, Nick.
Callie.
Don't do that, bro.
But no, like I said, Shulo says Kyle needs his dad help. Like
his dad's help. He put the S in the wrong word. He needs his dad's help like 2019. Have we heard anything about Mike this season? You're not going to hear anything about Mike Shanahan because he's not officially on the roster. And the off season is different. It's legal. In the regular season, he's not part of the staff. You're not going to hear anything about him. I think that's the end all be all with that. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to hear anything about it. I mean, like I said, I don't think you're going to hear anything about it. You're not because it's the truth.
That's not true. I agree with plenty of people who disagree with me.
They're only logical when Mike agrees. This is true.
No, what are you doing, Nick?
This is true.
You've heard me agree with people after I say something, and they come back with a rebuttal, and I'll be like, you know what? You're right about that.
Yeah,
but
that's because you just don't feel like talking about it anymore.
No, when I don't feel like talking about it, I'll be like, hey, I'm done.
When you have your hissy fit, you're like, okay, yeah, I agree. Whatever. I just said I agree.
I don't say yeah, I agree. I'll be like, okay, cool, I'm done. I shut down. I don't say yeah, I agree.
Here, hissy fit.
But you've heard me agree with people who have a differing opinion on what I say, and I let it go. I'll be like, bro, I said you were right. Let's move on.
Bro, and I say that shit to you like 50 million times, and you
never. Nope,
you keep
not
going.
giving it to you. Listen,
Yo,
so
go
guys,
back and watch some of our Nothing But Niners guys.
Yeah,
go back and watch from the very beginning.
So
the very first episode. Hey, this is Nick, and this is Mike, and we're here to tell you that we're bringing you a new podcast called Nothing But Niners, all the way from the beginning. Go ahead. Yes, definitely check out the new Patreon.com, NB9ERS. I saw that we got some contributors tonight. I think we have 6. We're going to be live streaming games over there, guys.
Not only live streaming games though. There's 3 different tiers over there.
Yes,
and they're all set up. So the first tier, you will only be able to watch the games with us on game day live, and the games will be shown. I can't emphasize this enough. You can see the games on those streams on all 3 tiers, but that's what the basic tier is for. The second tier is going to be for bonus episodes with the whole crew, or at least 2 of the people in the crew. Correct. The third tier is going to include everything, plus you'll get Mike's crazy conspiracy theories and individual, like, solo shows from different people. Nick is going to have his little comments over. I don't know if you ever settled on a name. I'm going to have my Mike's musings going on over there. Like, that's going to be the one-stop shop for everything. Nothing but.
And Niners. I promise you, it's not Mike's OnlyFans, bro. Like, I promise you guys.
I keep my clothes on.
Don't think sign up for Mike's musings, and you're going to see Mike's OnlyFans. Just so you know.
I keep my clothes on in the Patreon, guys, unless you want me to do something special for y'all.
Yes, solo shows where we'll bring guests on as well. Like, my show is going to be where I give you the link, and you can come on and jump on and shoot the shit with me. And we could talk trash on Mike all you guys want. So if you want to come on and get it off the chest, like, we can do that. Yeah. We can have roasting sessions if you want on my show.
I like this. Mike's mistakes. I'll do that. I'll eat crow on there. Yeah, I won't do it on this show.
Mike's not eating no crow.
You're crazy as hell. I don't have a problem telling people when I was wrong. But when I'm right.
He'll eat my deer meat, but he's not eating crow.
Nick's Nuggets. Nightstick Nick.
Nightstick Nick.
Nightstick Nick.
Nick at night, baby.
But yeah, guys, the Patreon was launched today. We worked up the kinks. So listen, here's the thing with the OnlyFans, right? I said OnlyFans.
Yeah, look what he's doing to you guys already.
With the Patreon, right? So you can go to the Patreon and you can watch a game live, but we can't see your comments live. However, there's a link in there to watch it live on YouTube, and you can type your comments and we can see those comments in the chat. So you don't have to watch on the Patreon app. You go to Patreon to get the link to watch the show with us live. And that's where you guys can type your comments and everything. There was one person in there tonight because the other people didn't click the YouTube part. So it's all in there. You guys can definitely jump in over there. And there's music, there's the whole video, everything. Like, there's nothing that stops us from saying what we want to say. The vulgarities are there. I mean, it's all there. Tonight it was myself. Nick jumped in for probably 10 minutes, maybe, if that. But Tony and Wayne were there. And that's where you guys, that's why. Who's cheering for Sherman? What the fuck? Oh, Sherman's playing? Is he playing, Nick? You're on mute. I can't hear you, buddy.
Yes, he just recovered a fumble.
Fuck Sherman. Yeah, I said it. Fuck Sherman.
Tyrone says, blame it on Tyrone. No, he says, please address my opinion. I don't know what your opinion is, Tyrone.
Please address my opinion.
I'm looking back. I don't see it.
Tyrone. You better call Tyrone.
I don't see Tyrone.
I'm all the way back at 10:17. That's 3 minutes ago. I'm back at 10:16. I'm back at, oh, damn, 10-16. Y'all were popping. 10-15. Oh, here it is. Is this it?
When he was an offensive coach for the Falcons, he blew the play calling for them in the Super Bowl. Don't think he is the genius everyone says. He did not.
No, he didn't. If you guys go back and you watch the Super Bowl game, that play that was a sack fumble that gave the Patriots the ball back and essentially allowed them to win the game, there was a wide receiver wide open, and the running back missed the block. That was the play call.
On the sack?
Yeah, the sack. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And if you watch that game, that was aggressive play calling by Kyle. He had faith in his quarterback. The running back missed the block, allowed the sack, and that would have been a touchdown to seal the game. There would have been nothing the Patriots could have done to come back. Time wouldn't have allowed them to come back. So,
bro, I'm tired of people not blaming losses on defenses either. Like,
wait, say that again. What did you say?
I said I'm tired of people not blaming losses on the defensive side of the football either. Whether it was Atlanta, whether it was the 49ers, whether it was, the Seattle game against New England, like the defense gave up 28 points in the fourth quarter. Like, come on. I don't care if your offense is tired and they go 3 and out. You still have a job to do.
That's not fair.
It is fair because if your offense stalls out, how's it not fair?
Because the defense gets tired too. I'm just saying it's not reality. Listen, Nick, just hear me out, bro. Just hear me out. 5 3 and outs this defense did in the first half. You don't think that
I'm not talking about the defense on tonight for us.
I'm talking in general. No, I'm using that as an example because it's the most recent. You don't think that the defense could have carried out that kind of execution if our offense sustained drives in the second half?
Yes, I understand that.
So then that means that you understand that defenses get worn out also over time. Like, bro, you and I can be, let's say that we're corners. Or you know what? Forget corners. Let's say that we're pass rushers and we're really, really good at what we do because we're both short. We got low centers of gravity. We can get underneath guys and get off of them. But we're going to get tired also if the offense continually goes 3 and out and we're back out there in 43 seconds. We're tired, bro. We're tired. I understand this is what the rotation is, but the starters get tired and the backups are backups for a reason. Yes, the defense faltered, but there's a reason why a defense can falter.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
The offense couldn't do shit after that first drive. The defense was still executing. They were tired. They were still executing.
5 consecutive 3 and outs. What more do you want them to do?
But they were still executing.
Yes.
Okay, so they weren't tired. They were executing.
Because the game had just started. And as the game goes on, they fucking get tired. Bro, listen to this. Hear me out. I got one thing to say, and then you can tell me I'm wrong, or you can agree, or you can disagree. I know you're not going to agree, but you can disagree in the way you want to disagree. 5 consecutive 3 and outs for Seattle's offense, right? The offensive players were so tired that Trent Williams was cramping and needed an IV to come back out on the field. Now imagine how the defensive players felt.
Cramping has nothing to do with it. You're wrong on that part.
Cramping has nothing to do with being tired and exhausted.
No, cramping has nothing to do with tired. It's fluids in your body. It has nothing to do with you being tired. Don't argue with me, Mike. I'm a medic. Don't argue with me.
Bro, I'm not. I said okay. I'm not even going to respond. I said okay.
Exactly.
And this is one of those times where I don't agree. I just said okay to keep it moving.
That's fine. But cramping has nothing to do with being tired. Your body, your muscles cramp up.
True or false? The defensive players get tired.
So does offensive players get tired.
That's not what I asked you. Just give me a true or false.
And I said so do. So you're right. And so do offensive players.
So we were supposed to win that game 7-0 tonight?
No, we weren't supposed to win that game 7-0 tonight.
All right.
But the offense should have did their job just as well as the defense should have done theirs.
Holy shit. Somebody went back and looked at the first episode already. And I don't like his laughing face because I feel like he's laughing at me.
He is laughing at you, bro.
Oh, let's go, Eric. Let's go, E. Let's go. Pop my man in here. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we launched our Patreon tonight, E.
Oh, let's go. Let me know, man. Just send me that link, man. You know I'm going to contribute.
That's it right there, baby. Now, E, I'm going to ask you some questions because Nick, is fighting with me tongue in cheek. True or false? This is a negative comment about Trey Lance. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Trey Lance's performance. It looked like a typical first game. That's why he's the number 2 quarterback. True or false? That's a negative comment about Trey Lance.
It's hard to say if it's Kyle is coming off of a game where he's probably upset about how the game turned out, just losing the game, right? Like he's frustrated with that. So he's getting the questions. And I think for Kyle, it's, well, he looked like a rookie. And that is why we play Trey Lance. That is why we play Jimmy Garoppolo. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been saying it, right? Everybody like these rookies around the league. I think everybody just thought that Kyle could just work some magic with Trey Lance and it won't look like what the other quarterbacks around the league, rookies, have looked like. And that's not the case, man. He looked like all those other guys, and he had to go through it. The difference is for Kyle Shanahan, he doesn't have to go through that. Jaguars have to, Jets have to, Patriots, they don't have to because their quarterback functions very well in the offense. But Chicago, they have to. Those other quarterbacks, they just have to go through that.
Chicago
didn't have to.
Chicago
didn't have to. And again, and of course, they elected not to, right? They went with Andy Dalton, and for good reason. But eventually, guys work through that. And if you watched Justin Fields today, you saw a much better version. So I think what Kyle Shanahan, he's being straight up. Like, yeah, he looked like a rookie. And we don't have to have a guy out there that looks like a rookie when we have Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay, I agree with everything you said. Now, back to my original question. Was that a negative comment? No. Chill out, Nick. Was that a negative comment on Trey Lance?
When we say negative, like coaches is not about negative or positive. Right. It's
facts,
like
right?
constructive criticism or what it is.
Okay.
Like,
so let's talk about constructive criticism.
So was it constructive criticism?
It's facts, right?
And will he challenge Trey Lance? Yeah, because it sounds like he has to be the starter. So he'll challenge him, but I don't think it was like, because I saw your tweet. I don't think it was.
See, he came in here with ammo. You weren't supposed to be looking at my timeline, bro. That's bullshit.
Well, no, I just saw the one when I asked the question where I was like, what did Kyle say? But I don't think it's in the sense of, he looked like a rookie and I don't want to play him. I think he looked like a rookie. I expected him to look like a rookie. I don't have to play a rookie because I have Jimmy Garoppolo. That's kind of what I took from it.
All right. So then when Kyle comes out following the game last week and says that Jimmy Garoppolo played very well, did you agree with that comment?
Hold on, my bad. I was looking at one of the comments in there. Can you repeat
No, it's
that,
all right.
please?
Last week, at the end of the game, Kyle went to the podium and said, Jimmy played very well. Did you agree with that comment? Last week.
Against the Packers.
Yep.
Yeah, I think for what the standard is for Jimmy Garoppolo, yeah, he played well.
Yo, Mike thought you were going to come on here and agree with everything he said.
No, that's not true at all.
I thought like what is Jimmy? And I think that's where we got to start. You know what I'm saying? So, he says Jimmy played great or played well. What is he comparing him to Aaron Rodgers or
no?
He's not. So I think he's looking at it for like within what Jimmy is, he played well in that context and gave the 49ers an opportunity to win. So I think when you look at it from that, like, yeah, he played well.
All right, so let me go ahead.
Mike said,
get your shit off, Nick.
From that comment that he thinks Kyle Shanahan didn't want Trey Lance, he wanted Mac Jones, and that he coddles Jimmy Garoppolo.
He does. And let me tell you why.
Said, hold on. And I said that what Kyle Shanahan said was he was speaking facts.
Right.
Nick
said exactly what you said.
He is the backup quarterback.
Right.
Right.
Nick said
he didn't
exactly
have
what you
the
said.
preparation to be the starting quarterback, so he looked the way that he wanted to. Those are facts. That is not
Nick said exactly what you said. Now here we go. Now I got one more question, and I don't care what your response is. I'm gonna let it go after this. Has Kyle ever said that about Nick Mullins or CJ Beathard?
No, but again, I saw somebody say Eric benefited the doubt Crocker, and that's probably right. Like I do give people the benefit of doubt.
But why would Kyle?
What were the standards? What's the standards for Mullen? Like, what's the standard for CJ Beathard?
What's the standard for a rookie who hasn't played in a year? So
The
why would he
standard
go
for
to
a third overall pick is high.
No. They drafted him off of potential. You know, when you picking that high, you're not drafting players for what they did. You drafted them for what they could do in the NFL.
100%.
Right? So why would he say that about Trey? Because so here's the other thing I focused on in this comment, right? He said that's why he apostrophe S. He is. Not he was, not he's gonna be, he is, da 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 da. So my thing is, he never once said that about Nick Mullins. He never once said that about CJ Beathard, and they played worse than what we saw from Trey Lance. So why would he put the negative information out there about Trey, but he never put the negative information out there about those other two backups?
Because I don't think I don't think the expectations for those guys were high.
Oh, so you think he has better expectations for Trey?
100%.
So you think Kyle was disappointed in what he saw from Trey tonight?
I don't want to say that he thinks I don't want to say he's disappointed. I think he probably saw what he expected. That's why he's not the starter. Like I expected to see this. Why I have not made him the starter.
Because he's the backup. He was the backup until he took over with Jimmy Garoppolo's injuries. That's why he's the backup.
Well, and at the time, I don't know how much information Kyle had on Jimmy Garoppolo's injury, and because I know while me and Peacock were recording, I didn't know that Garoppolo was going to miss some time. So maybe Kyle didn't and was like, well, he's Jimmy's going to be our guy. But
you think Jimmy's really injured?
Yeah. Mike doesn't. Mike thinks he was pulled.
You think Jimmy would like not play? Like, did you hear the hurt in his voice when he was like, man, like it just sucks because this keeps happening to me?
Nah, I didn't, because I didn't watch.
He didn't hear the presser. I tried to tell you about it.
I didn't watch the pressers at all. But I think Jimmy got pulled because the defense held those guys to 5 3-and-outs in a row, and we only had 7 points to show for it.
Nah, man. Jimmy said that when he threw the ball, like, and I think it happened on that throwback play, it was hurting, and then it just progressively got worse.
He said he hurt it the first series.
Listen, it happened. Oh, okay. It happened, and I saw him kind of get up, like kind of limping a little bit, but I didn't think nothing of it. Remember last year against Seattle? It's crazy. He hurt himself. Remember last year against Seattle, he played, and then next thing you know, he's just walking off and he's just done. Right? He just goes into the locker room. We're like, what the heck happened to Jimmy? He took himself out of that game too, but I think he was like legit hurt.
That was the Jets game. He did that.
No, the Jets. Yeah, that was weird too. But Seattle too. Remember, he didn't play in the fourth quarter.
He came back for Seattle and then he didn't play.
All right, so y'all think it's real?
I think he's legit hurt. I think Jimmy's a competitor. I mean, if it's me, like, yeah, I would have got rid of Jimmy and been playing Trey Lance, because I think Trey Lance needs those reps, right?
Right.
But Jimmy, I will say this, man, like, obviously, like, there's things that he does well, but he is a competitor. He's a competitor.
Based on what?
Based on how I watch him. Like, watch him, the things he says, the way he responded to everything.
I was just on your show last night, and we talked about Jimmy not being able to get up for games, that they got to like put some extra oomph into him to get him fired.
That's some behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm just going off of like kind of things that I've seen. Like, I feel like he's a competitor. I'm not saying he's good, like great or anything. I'm just saying he feels like, I feel like he's a competitor.
Who do you attribute tonight's loss to more? The most?
Jimmy Garoppolo getting hurt.
You think we had a chance if Jimmy was still healthy?
Yes.
He put up 7 points in the first half.
I know. It was really weird. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Do you think the play calling was at all a liability?
Okay. So y'all know I bring a different perspective.
Yeah, and I'm disappointed with everything you're saying.
When it comes to play calling, Kyle calls play calls to his quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo's strengths. Now the issue with that is because and that's how Jimmy's going to play well, right? Within the context of how the game is called for him, right? And we saw it coming out. He came out on fire and did extremely well. Now
with the open and scripted plays, though, Jimmy never plays well.
Now it slowed down. And the tough thing is with Jimmy Garoppolo, and this is always going to be tough, and it's always going to be tough for him. It's always going to be tough for Kyle Shanahan. Jimmy has to win a very specific way, and it's within a small box. And people are sitting on routes, and they're jumping routes, and everything is starting to be way more contested underneath. It's extremely difficult. You got to figure out how to push the ball down the field more with him. So, okay, let's try to throw back. Now, I'm not saying that was the best thing to do, but it was open. Right now, the execution of it was poor. It wasn't open.
No, that's not what I was huffing about. That's not what I was.
Okay, so what you huffing about?
It's something different. Let me get this contribution off of here so we can keep it moving. Terra Dome says great defenses work in tandem with great running games. See the 76 Steelers, 79 Steelers, 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens, and 2012 Seahawks. Right, but we've seen teams with dominant passing games go out there and dominate also. It doesn't have to be just a run game. It's one or the other or both. Right? I think we all agree with that. But Jimmy is Jimmy, man. Jimmy almost got Kittle killed tonight.
I was upset with that.
He almost got Debo killed tonight. He's throwing high for no reason. Like, and Jimmy is Jimmy.
But Trey was also. So don't.
Yes, but Trey doesn't have the snaps and the reps.
Trey's a rookie. I can live with that.
Yes.
Jimmy, I can't live with the house.
No, but I'm saying it's in your throwing motion, and Jimmy has always thrown high, and that's what Trey's doing too.
So then listen. So if Kyle thinks,
and just for the record, I've been wanting Trey to start for the last 2 weeks.
No, you have. Yeah. No, you've been very.
I know. I heard you too, and you were like the pro Jimmy guy.
He sure as hell was. He absolutely was. So I applaud Nick for being able to be unbiased in all of this. These last 3 weeks, Nick has been very unbiased. He's pro Jimmy. I'm tired of Jimmy. Tonight he's defending Jimmy, even though he's tired of Jimmy. Nick has been very even keeled with all of this. I'm giving Nick all the praise, all the applause for it. But here's the thing, right? If Kyle knew, Jimmy knew that he's always injured, isn't it on Kyle to make sure that whoever the backup is ready to go in at any moment? If you know that the guy, they say the reason we even traded up to draft a quarterback is because Jimmy can't stay healthy. They blamed it on health. Kyle went to the podium and said after they drafted the quarterback that it's not because Jimmy can't make all the throws. Jimmy can do everything we want him to do. He can't stay healthy. So then why isn't Trey prepared? That comes back to coaching.
But we know that's a lie.
I know it's a lie, but that comes back to coaching. No matter how you split it, it comes back to coaching.
Because at the end of the day, you still have to prepare for the best way that you feel like you can win.
Jimmy
so at the end of the day,
option.
and I've been there.
Eric,
the backup does not get many reps.
Eric, what's the best way to beat Seattle?
Shoot, we don't never beat them. I don't know.
No. just this season alone, we've seen their last 2 losses. We saw what Kirk Cousins did. What's
Kirk
the best
Cousins
way to
aired that whole out?
Air that whole out, right?
Yeah.
Is Jimmy equipped to do that?
That is not his game.
Exactly. And that's my point. Kyle didn't put together a game plan that was good enough to win. That's not an opinion.
I don't think that's all the way true. Because there was a lot of mishaps also that stalled drives that we could have kept going.
No, I think Mike is not, and he's not wrong.
No, and that's why I said I think he's right in a sense, but I also don't think that it's just because of that.
Right. I think the fans are a little hard on Jimmy.
Who?
The fans.
Jimmy.
I'm looking at the comments.
No, forget the comments for a second because we all 3 of us here know exactly who Jimmy is. And we all know that. And all 3 of us also know that Trey was not ready. I think all of us know that. All 3 of us. Some
people didn't know that because I saw comments and stuff, and it goes back like I tweeted this out that, and again, I am pro starting Trey Lance.
Yes.
I felt like you would be okay. Let me use this as an example. Arkansas Razorbacks, right? Did you guys watch the beatdown they just got from Georgia?
I did not see it, but Georgia's
my squad. Georgia beat them 37-0, right? Arkansas was ranked 8th in the nation. Last year, Arkansas had a season where It's like y'all not winning nothing, but they elected to play Felipe Franks. I'm like, don't play Felipe Franks. Play your young guy, because right now these games don't really matter. Like you're not gonna go to the college football playoffs. All right, you're not gonna be good. You might win 3 games with Felipe Franks or without him. So play your young guy and get him prepared for the following season, which is this year, right? They did not play the young guy. They played Felipe Franks. Now they get into a situation where they're undefeated, 4-0 going into this weekend, and your quarterback, who you should have been playing last year and developing him as a passer, you didn't. So now he's all the things that you would have liked him to go through last year, he's going through now when your team is undefeated and ready to go. All right. Now, 49ers, if it were me, I would have figured out a way to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, because to whatever Trey Lance is going to go through, and he's going to go through some stuff that's going to make people uncomfortable. We just saw it today. He started off 1 of 5, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people was uncomfortable with what they were seeing. You know who wasn't uncomfortable with what they were seeing? Me, because I don't care about none of that. All I care about is preparing him for next year. All right, that's all I care about. Prepare Trey Lance. Everybody want to win Super Bowl this year. I was saying it. Everybody, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. 49ers haven't won a Super Bowl since 1994.
Super Bowl is not out of the question.
So we're talking about all this. Like, who's going to give us the best chance to win a Super Bowl? Jimmy Garoppolo because he's playing this year, or Trey Lance next year because he played this year?
Wait. But those aren't the only 2 options, though. Those aren't the only 2 options. Trey Lance being prepared to start at the end of the season with Jimmy playing now before he passes off to Trey Lance is the best option, in my opinion.
Nobody's prepared to play at a rookie. Look at all these other rookies. Look at them. And I don't know what's going on. I'm probably going to leave here in a couple minutes to finish watching the Packers game. But I don't know what's going on with Mac Jones right now. But I've watched all these guys. But I will say one thing. Zach Wilson, he's had some stinkers. He's had some games that look really bad.
He trashed.
Right? And you see him today, and it's like, damn, it looks like it's
Shout
coming
out
together.
to Saleh for pulling that game out today, though.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Shout out to Saleh. First win as a head coach.
Salute to Saleh,
It's
man.
coming together, right? Now, look at Justin Fields. His first game that he came in was not prepared to be the starter. It looked weird. Right? Through a
They
game.
looked like the backup quarterback.
But they won, though.
Was missing. This
They didn't win that game.
Andy Dalton, right? Andy Dalton started the game 9 of 11.
Oh, I picked the
I don't think Justin Fields for the rest of the game completed 5 passes. All right, it wasn't pretty, but you got to go through that. Justin Fields had a terrible game last year. They
9
netted
sacks.
1 passing yard. They netted 1 passing yard and had 9 sacks. But those are things you got to go through to have the success that he had this week, right?
Eric.
Then you're gonna figure it out. You're gonna have to try to get better. Trey Lance, there was always going to be these wild misses. He showed us this in the preseason.
Yep.
So people are all surprised and upset. But you know what else he showed us? All the other shit he showed us today, where he was playing, where he was making plays, where he did make some throws,
Where he eluded 5
sacks, down the field.
Where he eluded 5 sacks, right?
Where he eluded 5 sacks. So again, you're gonna.
But the game was lost before then, though. That's
right,
my issue. That's my issue with Kyle. Until their last drive in the first half, Seattle had negative 12 yards. We should not just have 7 points with Jimmy Garoppolo in there, bro.
I think if you have to put the blame on one person, you definitely would put it on Kyle, in the sense of you just have to figure it out. The running game was working very well. It looked like a lot of things were working very well, but the results weren't there for whatever reason. So I do think that falls back on Kyle Shanahan.
Has Kyle peaked as a head coach or offensive coordinator? Has he peaked?
I gotta see peak Trey Lance before I answer that.
Very good. I like that answer.
Croc, I got a question for you.
Because I think peak Trey Lance, I think that's scary. But go ahead.
All right. And I know you're probably going to disagree with me. You'll probably agree with Mike on this. You don't have your kicker.
Oh, here we go, Nick. You ain't going to let this shit go.
No, I'm not, because I want to hear somebody else's opinion. And that's fine. People aren't going to agree with me. That's fine. You don't have your kicker. You know from warm-ups you don't have your kicker. You've been dominating on defense. You're in your own territory. You have a 4th and 8. Do you go for it or do you throw the kicker out there? That missed anyway.
I throw the kicker out there because first of all, I had him out there for the first extra point, and he drilled it, and there were no issues, right? So now I'm in a situation where, 41-yard field goal kick isn't crazy for somebody who believes he can make it.
And he had
You know
the
what I'm saying?
distance.
So you give him that opportunity. But what they do after that opportunity, he shanked it. They didn't want to kick again with him. Now, they were going for 2-point conversions. The next time they scored, there ended up being like a false start.
Right.
So they had to kick, and he missed. And then they didn't kick again for, the remainder of the game. But I think that, he just gave him an opportunity. If it goes in, great. So I saw Ocho Cinco kick a field goal and make it. It was preseason.
Exactly.
But
So what was the right decision on 4th and 8?
To kick the field goal.
Exactly. Yeah. And so that's what I was trying to tell Nick.
Until he missed. Now, once he misses, all right, I know I can't do this. But yeah,
Nick,
it wasn't right. And people act like he don't kick at all. I mean, he kicks kickoffs every time. Like, he's our main kickoff guy. Now, I'm not saying that's the same as kicking a field goal, because you definitely have to be more accurate. But it's not like it's foreign to him.
Even with his kick, the distance was fine. It was straight. It was just off center. That's all. The kick was a good kick. It was just it was to the left a little bit. That's all.
Right. But I'm not kicking with you again, though. But yeah, you're right.
Right. But the kick didn't waver or nothing. But at that moment in the game, it was what, 6 yards longer than an extra point.
Somebody said, how do you not have a backup kicker? Like, nah, you don't got enough guys on the roster for that.
If you guys
might be able to have one on practice squad.
If y'all
the
been
whole
following
reason
up
Jimmy
the Niners,
Garoppolo stayed dressed.
Hold up, but
Nick,
Nick, tell the
backup
truth.
Quarterback.
Nick, tell the truth. Did we or did we not message Mitch Wisnowski and ask him if he does field goals also?
And
as soon as we drafted him, and he says I probably can, but I never have, and they haven't asked me to do that. Right, he's never tried it. It was not in his job description. So that means that Robbie
this was last year, though. This was last year.
No. It was 2 years ago when we drafted him. We messaged him that right after we drafted him. Because
because we were asking if he could do both, so that we could save Robbie.
I got excited saying, "Hey, we got one guy that can do both," and he was like, "Yeah, no, we don't."
Yeah, he's like, "No, I can't do that."
And so
someone said Jalen Hurts on the roster. Jalen Hurts is on IR, so it doesn't count against the roster. And even then, he ain't suiting up either, so he's not taking up his space. Where if you have a kicker, you're not gonna have two kickers active and a punter.
Yo, I'll tell you what though, there was the thing that I need to pick against Jimmy tonight. And like I said,
hold on. I appreciate y'all coming on. I'm gonna catch the rest of this football game, man. But I appreciate y'all having me on.
You out already? Wait, Nick got to ask you a question. One more question.
Oh, this was for me. Okay, my bad. I thought this was.
I was just saying. What are your thoughts on when Jimmy Garoppolo was just sitting on the bench by himself and wasn't going through the playbook and the pad with Trey Lance?
With Trey, yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's not cool.
Exactly.
Because I look at it like if it's Alex Smith, Alex Smith is gonna be right there talking to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter how upset Alex Smith was about the situation, and it wasn't even like
he was in Cap's
Alex Smith
ear.
was right there next to him, right next to Cap.
He was in Cap's ear. He was in Patrick Mahomes' ear. He's been in everybody's ear every play time that he had an opportunity to do it. This is what you need to do. Look for this. Look for that.
Not once did he get up to even talk with Trey Lance.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's BS.
Yep. Okay. E-man,
and nobody even asked him that as the pressers. Like,
guys, make sure you go over and
you gotta tell Grant and ask them other dudes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they be like, look.
Yeah, I'm gonna message Grant and tell him to ask that question, because that just does, dude. That shows
selfishness.
Like,
that's exactly what that is.
There's a little something there. I don't know if it's selfishness or animosity.
Well,
There's
I mean, you remember when he said about the interview when he was like, "Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to hug him and when he's doing good," like that whole type thing. So now, do you not want him to do because you want this team to realize they need you right now? Or
Jimmy was always a dead man walking, so it's like, dude, just help.
Hey, it didn't matter. It didn't matter the player. As soon as they traded up, Jimmy knew his days were numbered. So it didn't matter. Always. Hey guys, make sure you guys go out and check out
tonight. He knew it.
Make sure you guys check out the Locked On 49ers podcast with Eric Crocker. He also does Locked On Draft.
Locked On NFL Draft.
Locked On NFL Draft. I just got done recording, so that's why I didn't see all y'all messages. But
yeah, no, it's all good. Make sure you guys go and check out Crocker over there.
Down the line anyway.
Locked On 49ers is the best Locked On podcast out there. It's not even a close second. The Packers
we number one every week. So shout out to the faithful. Shout out to the faithful. Our numbers are amazing. That's all y'all, man. And
Mike, I think we should just quit our job, man, and just start podcasting.
Oh nah, fuck that. This is my territory right here. This me. This me right here. They not
You guys are
getting
doing
on this.
amazing. You guys are doing amazing. I
they
saw
not-
you.
they
You
not-
know this is from the ground up too.
Mhm.
I saw the whole thing.
Yeah. Ain't no network behind us, bro.
No.
This
I'm
us.
saying so we can just put episodes out every day.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying now. But yeah, so guys, go show some love if you guys don't already, and I'm sure you guys do. But go check out Locked On 49ers and check out Locked On NFL Draft. Eric Crocker is doing his damn thing over there. I appreciate you for jumping in for a couple of minutes, man. Thank you all. Thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate you, bro. You be safe out there.
All right? Love, man. All right, y'all.
100. Peace.
Croc.
Nick, man, like this is gonna be a tough one to swallow, but if we're all honest with each other, if we're all being completely 100% transparent, I didn't have the Niners winning this game. I didn't. And whether it was Jimmy, whether it was Trey, but here's what I do. Here's the positive for me. Trey Lance got some experience and very valuable reps, right? If we're going to lose a game, and I did not think Trey was going to get in this game. I want to be clear here. I thought we were going to lose this game all 4 quarters with Jimmy Garoppolo. The silver lining is that we lost the second half and the first half with Trey, okay? So Trey got some valuable reps, some valuable snaps, and that's going to help him in the long run. Bottom line is this. The 49ers sit at 2-2, okay? The Arizona Cardinals just beat the brakes off of the number 1 team in the NFL, not the league. I mean, not the NFC, not the NFC West, the number 1 team in the NFL. They beat the brakes off the Arizona Cardinals.
The Arizona Cardinals beat off the Rams, yeah.
Yeah, beat the brakes off. I'm not going to say beat off.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah, but I think, and this is my honest, true assessment as of right now, I got us winning this game next week. We need to see Trey Lance getting some valuable reps. This is only going to help the team as we go on.
Well,
Win or
it benefits
lose, good or bad. This is going to always benefit him. Go ahead.
It benefits Trey more so because he's going to get a full week of game planning, and he's going to have a game plan built around him.
Exactly.
Instead of him coming in and taking over a different game plan.
Exactly.
I don't care what anybody says. It's hard to come in for anybody when you're not a part of the game plan. Like, look at these receivers. If somebody gets hurt and they come off, look at the corners when they come. Somebody gets hurt and they come off. The communication gets screwed up. Like, game planning is game planning. It's the reason you do it is because you're preparing with what you have. So,
Jimmy Garoppolo had 165 yards and a touchdown on the pick. Left the game with a calf injury. 14 of 23. Trey Lance was 9 of 18 for 157. Trey Lance was demolishing what Jimmy was doing. Deebo Samuel led the team in receiving, 8 receptions for 156 yards and a touchdown.
I was going to say 156 touchdowns. Holy shit, Deebo, you came to play tonight.
156 yards and a touchdown. Kittle, 4 for 40. Juice was 4 for 41. Nick, I got to ask you this question before we get out of here, man.
Yeah, and then I got to get out of here because I got to take a shower and go to bed.
No, you and me both, man. If you had to do a draft right now, are you drafting George Kittle in fantasy football? Why or why not?
I'm not drafting George Kittle in fantasy football. I try not to draft any 49er, to be honest with you, because each week is a different game plan. You never know who's going to be the bigger player.
Except for Deebo.
With receivers being on this team right now, George Kittle's value goes down. The reason George Kittle was such a big value on this team was because there were no receivers.
Yes, sir.
That's why he was Jimmy Garoppolo's blanket.
Talk your shit, Nick.
So George Kittle, not to take anything away from George Kittle, he's hell of a player. He's going to catch the football. He's going to drop the football. He's going to block his ass off. He's going to pancake people, but he doesn't need to be that go-to guy anymore. Like, you have to understand that we have to get the ball to Deebo Samuel. We have to get the ball to Brandon Ayuk and utilize Kittle. Kittle's not the only weapon on this field, and that's why his play and value has gone down.
Yeah.
You have receivers on this team now. And with Trey Lance starting, I bet it goes down even worse.
Yeah. And now I do think I think Kittle gets more touchdowns with Trey in there, because that gives them the especially in red zone where Trey is a threat to run it in. They play the line. George breaks off of a block, and he's going to be wide open a lot more. I think that happens a lot more than with Jimmy in there. But, it's another conversation for another time. We want to thank you guys for rocking out with us. I cannot express this enough, guys. Head over to patreon.com/NB9 ERS. Subscribe. If you guys only want to watch the live games with us, just choose the first tier. But if you want all the bonus content, you got to go all the way up to the VIP package, man. Nick is going to be in there cursing me out. I'm going to be in there cursing Nick out. And you guys, the middle package, you'll get both of us in there debating each other. Everybody kept saying they want to see debate shows. That's where you're going to see it, the middle package. So, but the third package
W's up from me. Nick's the winner.
Was that 2 in the pink and 1 in the, never mind. So I'm sorry. That wasn't appropriate. I should not have said that. But guys, Patreon is where you guys are going to want to be for the bonus content. We're going to keep it coming. We're going to start as early as this week. I promise you guys that you're not going to be disappointed. Get on over there. Shout out to everybody who joined today. Today was our first day officially launching, and there was 8 people who already joined. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah, what's the prices? It's $5 for the first tier,
$10 for the second tier,
$10 for the second,
for
and
third.
$20 for the third.
Yes,
or
sir.
20 for all 3.
Yeah, well, yeah. Every tier you go up, you get what was in the previous.
You get
tier.
before, yes.
Yeah.
And that's monthly, guys. That's not weekly. That's monthly.
Mm-hmm.
So
right. So
we hate to bring that to you guys, but we do need to bring some stuff as well that can help keep this going as much as we can with different giveaways and all kinds of shit that we want to do. It benefits us to help make this show better. So that's why we end up deciding to go to that. I know we haven't done that. We've probably been against it for a long time.
You know what the problem was that Nick has been. Well, I won't say any names, but we've been discussing charging the faithful to watch us and not charging them and things like that. And what we wanted to do, both of us wanted to do, was continue to be consistent with the free content. You guys have brought us to where we are. We work hand in hand with the 49ers. We say some shit that's out of line on this podcast. We get contacted by the 49ers directly, and they say, hey, you guys are out of line. Cut that shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've been flagged for stuff that writers for us, not even shit that was said on the air. Writers for Nothing But Niners would tweet something, and we've been contacted by 49ers front office personnel, and they say, hey, get that shit under control.
Yep.
So because of you guys and the way you guys value what we say, the Niners respect us. So this is a place where we can go completely unfiltered. The 49ers won't know what we're talking about unless they subscribe. And we get to control more of what we're saying. We get to speak a little bit more freely. And that's the place to be. I promise you. It's going to be basically the content that I was bringing you guys over on my OnlyFans page. Plus, you get that same content from Nick, from Wayne, from Tony. And then you get a little bit more with the debate. And you get to watch the game live with us, guys. And when I say watch the game with us, we were doing them here on YouTube, and you could only see our faces. We actually show the games on the Patreon channel. So make sure you're over there. For all the people on the East Coast to say, I can't see the Niners games, that's the place to be. It's $5 a month just to watch the games. That's it. You get to enjoy us for 4 games a month. And we're right there live and direct, guys. And this is going to be an all-year thing. Okay?
And stick with it. I mean, it's new. It's new of a platform, obviously. So we'll get the kinks mixed out, figured out and stuff like that. So just hang in there tight. We'll get it going. It'll be up and running pretty smoothly and nicely for you guys. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna have some shows with other people. Bonus shows.
Let's tell them when that first debate's gonna be. Come on, let's set up something, bro. I'm putting you on the spot in front of everybody right now. Let's do it. Let's set up. What should our first debate be about? You want to argue about quarterbacks? You want to argue about Shanahan? You want somebody to take a pro Shanahan, an anti Shanahan? You want somebody to take a Jimmy or a Trey? What do you want to do, Nick?
I want to go how this team. I want to argue about how this team's not a playoff team.
Oh, I think we are a playoff team,
and I don't. So
there you go. That's going to be our first debate right there. You guys are going to get that this week. We don't. So make sure you guys subscribed over there. Everything that you guys get on this channel is going to continue. The Tuesday shows, the Thursday shows, and even the shows on Sunday, the pregame show, the overreaction show, and the halftime show. All that will continue here. It's all bonus content over on the Patreon. We're not going to make you guys pay for something. It already started, Gerald. I see Gerald saying, when does it start? We were already live today on the Patreon with the show. So you guys get a chance to see it all unfold right before your very eyes. The content here on the YouTube page continues. You guys just get a lot of extra bonus content that you guys are going to love. I promise you guys are going to love it over there on the Patreon. So head on over there, patreon.com/NB9ERS. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you all for being our loyal supporters. We really appreciate you guys. All we want to do is talk Niners. I swear that's all we want to do. You got a
I
bunch
just
of
want to
passionate
argue with
guys.
Mike. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's from day one.
But arguing about a team that we're passionate about. You know, that's the crazy thing is how often we can disagree about a team that we both want the best for.
Yeah, no.
That's wild as fuck to me. Like that plays a game in my head is that we can go back and forth so much, so passionately about a team that we both agree we want to win the Super Bowl every single year.
Oh, I want to win a Super Bowl, but playoffs?
And I think we're a playoff bound team this year. So that'll be
playoffs.
That'll be the first debate, man. That's going to be the spot to do it. So thank you all for checking us out. Nick, let's go ahead, get ready to go home here. You know what time it is already, man. It's time for some final thoughts. It's final thoughts, man. What you got for us?
Final thoughts, baby. Patreon.com//NB9ERS. Check us out over there. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Check us out on all the podcast platforms that you listen to your podcast on. I'm not like Mike, and I don't go back and listen to us. Mike goes back and listens to every word. So I'm sure he'll hear me say earlier in the conversation, should have brought Trey in for the 4th and 8. That he says I didn't say, but he'll hear it tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll get a text message from him. But either way, guys, look, man, tough loss tonight. It was a tough loss tonight, but there are things to look forward to. Obviously, Trey Lance getting an opportunity. He looked like a rookie tonight. He should have looked like a rookie because he was the backup quarterback. He's going to continue to get better. We got to take those bumps and bruises with him. Just have faith. And always stay faithful.
Have faith and have patience, guys.
Yeah, patience. Definitely have that patience.
You got to have the patience. My final thoughts are going to be this, man. Nick is absolutely right, and I'm glad that he admitted it. I go back and I listen, and I text the group, guys, you were right. You said da-da-da-da-da. See, he fucked up because Nick tried to make it sound like I don't go back and eat crow. He said it earlier, but I do. I go back and I tell them right away.
You're going to eat crow tomorrow. That's all right.
All right. We'll see. We'll see. But I go back and I tell you guys, hey, you were right. You did say da-da-da-da-da, or I said da-da-da-da-da, and I take it back. Here's the difference, though. We're going to do it now where you guys can hear when I said I messed up. So that's going to be cool. My final thoughts are this, man. The season is not over. The 49ers are 2-2. We are 0-1 in the division right now. We have a chance to rebound next week. We can be 1-1 in the division, and I think we absolutely, truly will be. But it's a long haul, man. We're playing long ball here. It's not one game decides the entire future of the team. I said something going into this game that I think is going to be forgotten. I said that this game is going to determine the future of this team for this season. I said that going into this game. And I said that was not based off of wins or losses. I said it's going to be based off of what Kyle Shanahan does. Kyle did show me that he's able to adjust. He just did it a little bit too late. So my thoughts, I won't share with you right now, but you guys are going to get them later on the Patreon episodes. Make sure you guys tune in on Tuesday. If you don't tune in on the Patreon, you guys will get us here on Tuesday. So be ready for that. It's going to be a lot of fun where we get to rehash the game and the emotions are gone. I probably should have had some alcohol tonight, not Theraflu, but you know, it is what it is.
Mike's drunk on Theraflu.
It's weird. You know what? Like it makes my stomach feel. I think the word is nauseous. Like I got this like swimming feeling in my stomach between the cough drops. Yeah, the cough drops, the Dayquil, and the Theraflu. Like my stomach feels really, really weird. It's like a swimming feeling, like I'm out on a boat or something. That's what my stomach feels like, and I don't know what this. I don't take a lot of medicine. When I get sick, I like to sit back and just chill. I don't take anything for headaches. Like I'm not a pill popper person, because I just like to get through it naturally, right? But I've been taking stuff because I don't know what this is, my sore throat and all that. But we are here, guys. I thank you all for rocking out with us. You guys, the faithful, our people, day one supporters, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. I love you guys. Be kind to each other, guys. We're going to disagree on a lot of shit going on, a lot of stuff.
Yo, shout out to Mo Hurst tonight, too. I forgot to mention that. Mo Hurst coming to play big boy football.
Hey, give me an offensive and defensive player of the game real quick. Let's do that before we get out of here. Let's do that.
Well, I mean, obviously you got to go offensively. You got to go Deebo Samuel.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh
well, all right. I'll give a different one. But go ahead.
Yeah. Defensively, Mo Hurst played a really good game, but I'm gonna go with Azeez Al-Shaair defensively.
Okay.
I think he had a hell of a game. I think he ended up with like 12 tackles or something.
I could pull up the stats real quick. I could tell you. I got the stats right here. Let me go to players and tackles. Azeez Al-Shaair, no, 6. 6 tackles, 4 assists. Fred Warner was in second with 5 tackles, 4 assists.
Oh.
D Ford had 2 sacks. Nick Bosa had 1 sack. That was it for the sack column. We had no turnovers tonight.
Yeah, we didn't get any turnovers. We
Really?
gave up the ball.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me see. Well, yeah, we lost the fumble.
Yeah, we lost the fumble,
and we threw an interception.
And we lost the interception of Jimmy.
Damn. All right,
and we gave up points in the third quarter when Seattle hasn't scored all year in the third quarter. So, but yeah, that's all I had. No, I think Azeez played well, and it was between him and D Ford. I thought D Ford played a good game tonight too.
Yeah.
And Mo Hurst balled out just for being first game back. Huge help there.
It was really good to have D Ford out there healthy and doing his damn thing. He's very underrated. I know everyone focuses on Nick Bosa because he's the guy that we drafted, but D Ford is showing why they paid him as much as they did.
On that 1 sack, Russell Wilson tried to move around in the pocket because Bosa was on his tail. He came up, and then
Kinlaw was right there.
Kinlaw just missed him, and then D Ford finished. That's exactly how your defensive line should work.
Yes, sir.
And it worked like in tandem tonight.
Yes, sir.
Because everybody stayed where they were supposed to, did what they were supposed to, and you still got a sack out of it. So that was good. That was good.
Absolutely. I love everything that Nick said. But just to be a little different, I'm going to give different players of the game. I'm going to give Trey Sermon my offensive game ball.
OH.
Huh? You said
OH?
OH? Oh, OH. Yeah. Hell yeah. Ohio in the building, baby. I'm going to give it to Trey Sermon because Trey Sermon was a guy that was buried on the depth chart, not active week 1. We had Raheem Mostert, we had Elijah Mitchell, and we had, in order, it was Raheem Mostert, Hasty, and Elijah Mitchell. And those 2 guys got hurt, and it was Mitchell and then Sermon. No, did Sermon play week 2? Yeah,
he was healthy. He was healthy, inactive.
No, he wasn't inactive. Week 2 is with the 1 carry, and then he got injured.
Yeah, Philadelphia, yes.
Right. He almost broke his damn neck.
Week 1, he was inactive.
Right. Then he missed week 3. And so I thought that was a lot of progress, a lot of positive steps forward for this young man. He almost averaged 5 yards a carry. He was at 4.7. So I really, really like that. My offensive player is definitely going to be Trey Sermon because the run game is everything here. We should get back Elijah Mitchell next week, and that is going to be a phenomenal 1-2 tandem that the 49ers are going to be able to unleash with Trey Sermon in there. Those guys are probably going to finish the game averaging 6+ yards a carry. My defensive player is probably going to be, I don't want it to be just about sacks. I'll be honest with you. But I have to do it, man. I'm going to go with D Ford. He had the 2 sacks, the 1 assisted tackle.
I thought you were going to go with Mosley.
No.
Because I was going to be like, oh, wait, Mike, you don't like Mosley.
Don't do that. Don't say that.
No, I'm not going to start that. It's 11:10. I said I was getting out of here at 10:15, and it's now almost an hour later.
Yeah, so we're done. But my offensive player is going to be Trey Sermon. My defensive player is going to be D Ford. It was very good to see those guys out there. 2 guys that the faithful counted out. They counted them out this season, and they're here making splashes and making effects on the game. So shout out to those guys. I would have loved to get the win, but it is what it is. You know, this game kind of went the way I expected it to. I didn't think the offense would be that dead. We sat here and said that we needed to start fast. We did. We got the touchdown on the opening drive, but then that seemed to be it for the first half. This team is going to continue to get better, and I still think this is a postseason down team. I can't say it enough. But we'll argue that later on Patreon. So make sure you guys tune in. Patreon.com/NB Niners. It's right there on the screen. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And that's going to do it for us, man. You guys stay faithful. You ready, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always remain faithful.
Remain faithful. We out of here. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but. We them nothing but Niners.